Alright, I should be streaming, but I'm trying to figure out some other things on the sidelines. I thought the dono button would work in the stream. There's something else on my channel that allows you to do it, but I don't see it in the live stream. So I might need to stare at all these different settings. Weird. Unless I had to do something with monetization. Maybe because of super chat, I guess? I don't know. I thought I allowed this to be a thing. I don't know. I thought there was a dono button. Yo, what's up, my guy? Where's my dono button? It's super chat. Okay. So, yeah, I was trying to figure that out. Apparently, I put a dono for the Streamlabs and stuff. I just didn't know that I had to get super chat up and running. Yeah, this is still new to me. I'll try to get it by tomorrow, ECU, because, yeah, I thought I did it properly, but no, it's apparently through my Streamlabs that I set it up in, not on YouTube. I'm still new to this stuff, because I didn't really focus on the monetization sort of thing. Actually, no, there's a fucking button up here. Let's see. Supers, I guess. Agreement means that brand features means that ah shit, there's a lot of terms and agreements. Company name, what the fuck do you mean company name? Alright, I'm gonna have to stare at that, like I have to really read that. So anyways, how are you doing HHH and ECU? I didn't know that I had to do that. Well, now I know, but now I need to read stuff. Dreamer secured to give me super chat. I'll figure it out by tomorrow. I do need to. I want to actually make sure that I read the terms and the agreements before I enable that. Trying to eat the apple. IHM says just eat the apple. What? And then Yugi says LQ grind has truly been really now. I haven't even done the LQ yet. But yeah, how you guys doing? I apologize to you, EC, because I said I was going to set it up. I did set up a dono button, but it wasn't with Super Chat. Oh yeah, that does drop in LQ. So, what's going on? Okay, Tundra EQ is going up. What I'm doing is most likely I'm gonna go kill Bal. Now it should be easy with this character. The reason why I'm killing Bal now is so I can get it over and done with, so I don't need to worry about that next week when I do my 100 kill count. But yeah, I should do that EQ, the limited quest. I still have, I think, a couple weeks. I think it ends in February. But yeah, and also I'm going through all my characters and do this stuff over here. So I'm doing this on super hard. I'm gonna drink something and then eat. And then 2006, oh god, I saw Idola post 1 emote and now I'm tempted to burn my money to get it. Idola 1 post. Oh, it's pretty much, I have that. Nope. If I'm right, it should be like Yuli's and Stella's. What the fuck is it? I feel like it's called something else. Goddamn, give me the commands. What is it? I have it. Where are you? There we go. Oh god, the command is a shit ton. Alright, yeah, so this is Stella pose. I think you can swap it out with your own rod. Let me see if that works. Oh yeah, you can. So what I would do... I don't have my stealth camo. Shit, anyways. I would do, what, stealth camo along with your weapon of choice. And then you can actually do it without any sort of weapon. But yeah, it's a nice looking pose, the female variant. Yuli's questionable. Let's see. Weeklies, yeah, that's 10. This one's super hard to complete daily order. Ends this month, next maintenance. Yeah, okay, so I got time to do it. I'm not in any rush. Most likely next week I will actually display that and showcase it. Hey says, hey, I'm good, but I still got no Skydance. Jeez. Good luck in your hunt still, HHH. I'll give you my RNG-ness. But yeah, so as you can see in the title, we're gonna hunt a bit of Bal. Gonna do the daily grind again with the ARX missions. And then the big one is when I get to a particular character, specifically a hero one, I'm gonna use a lot of silver keys. And I'm gonna try to power level them while also using that sword. I do need to grind it. You'll see me grind that particular Jsword. Apparently for that Jsword, and a couple people already got it. Apparently for that Jsword, you had to get 23,000 kills. So that means I had to run Hark time attack like 230 times, which is not my cup of tea. especially with time attacks, because I have a dislike towards time attacks. I get it, it's 100 kills, but well, it gives you 100 kills. It's just that I cannot tolerate them for a long time. I'll do it for something in return, aka ARX missions, but just to do kill counts, no. I'd rather try to find an alternative, which is most likely limited quest or the what is it, this bonus quest. This guy's like, Girls Front Line seems futuristic now. Yeah, I mean, aren't they making like a add-on to that, or like an XCOM version of it? And hey Scar, how are you doing? Did you do your weeklies? So yeah. I would try to add that super chat once I'm done with this stream. I'm going to stream again in the afternoon. And then obviously I'm going to stream tomorrow. And then Saturday, Sunday. But yeah. Dude, we almost lapped Roto last night. We got stage 28. Roto, stage 28. You mean for Endless? Oh yeah, I got a fun little challenge for you guys. I need to actually do the challenge in my own video that I still need to release. But this challenge is actually a pain in my butt. Fuck, that's a pain in my butt too. Boy, it's in the afternoon. Please, there's no excuse not to do your time attacks and weeklies, Scar. But yeah, so apparently because of what Koro said yesterday, it kind of caught my attention. He wanted me to... Actually, I never asked what Koro's gender is, so Koro specifically said, what was it? To do Profound Darkness Ultimate... the solo Profound Darkness Ultra Hard with just Liberate... No, not Liberate. Liberates? No, not even that. The Novel weapon at plus 30 and then units. That thing is actually hard. Well, me doing it on my rifle main. If I did it on a different class, I think I can pass it. But no, I want to be stubborn and I want to do it on my rifle. And yeah, that thing is whooping my ass. I can whoop Gemini, but I can't whoop Profound. Because he does too much shit. And the worst part is if I don't pay attention to him, like, he'll one-shot me. Fucking damn Profound. So yeah, I'm working on that video. I'm not gonna issue it formally yet because I need to get, like, if I'm gonna issue some sort of challenge, I need to also do it too. It's only fair for me to lead by example. I don't like if someone issues a challenge and they can't do it themselves, no. But if you guys are interested, like, that is a certain challenge that I'm doing. And then if you want to make it a bit harder, there's other things I'm gonna put. Like, if you want to make it harder, like, just stick to episode 1 through 3 classes, which is pretty much what is it, Hunter, Ranger, Force, and then you got Techer, Fighter, Gunner, and then Bouncer and Braver. That's it. Summoner technically got added over there in Global in episode 1 through 3, but on the Japanese side it was released in episode 4. I'm not going to count that because that will most likely kind of cheat through it. But yeah, no, those are the specific classes if you want to make it a bit difficult. And then if you want to push yourself even further, this is optional. But you can go for lower grade weapons and units. So instead of going for that 15-star Novel, you could challenge it with just 14-star weapons instead. If you want to go through it with no units or with 12-star units, that is on you. But yeah, like, that's something I have schemed up, but I'm not going to issue it formally yet until I beat it. I did beat it, but I did not beat it with those strict requirements. Gotta go fast. Wait, what do you mean I missed a harpoon? Oh, wait, you did not see that, alright? It was planned. My hands are sticky, alright? Because I'm eating an apple. Also, working with one hand sucks. So yeah, I was working on that like earlier, but no, I kind of died on the second phase. ECU says, yeah, the second endless quest, the harder one. IBRB running to grab some Sonic for lunch. Alright, take your time, ECU. Not gonna go anywhere. And then 2006 missing the stupid bind weapon feels bad. It's all good though. Like, Zillion can take care of it. So that's just one out of my 22 characters. Now I had to go through all of these characters. Oh yeah, I forgot. This was the thing. So yesterday with the 12-hour stream, I was running around as a shark and I was fighting. And this is hard because I cannot tell how long is my reach. And it's just ridiculous. Anyways, let me also change this thing over here, because I can't see jack shit. Hey Scar, did you actually fight against the solo Profound Darkness on Ultra Hard? Did we turn in the daily order for that? Nope, that's not it. Alright, no, I did not. So I need to talk to you about that one. Click on you. Then find that. Click yes, turn you 1. Yeah, but I need to beat out my other classes at some point. I'm guessing you use your Hunter 12. God damn it, I'm using one hand to move. Need to face this direction and then I should be fine. What's Braver? So yeah, I am about to hit 100 with my Braver though over here. Just that. Gonna hide that since I'm on my shark. Who was it that requested me to make a Agura cosplay? Yeah, I'm still thinking on that. Because usually cosplay characters, I will make them as they are by themselves, meaning that that's another character. 23 characters is going to be a pain. And I don't know how much is that dolphin tail that's in-game. Or that tail thing. Fish tail. I think I used a different sub before 12, but I don't know. It was definitely Hunter though. Oh, was it you? Huh. Hey there, Levy. How you doing? Yeah, that one, I might consider it because I do have Fairy Seas, but at the same time, it's like that's another character to do weeklies and dailies with. Powerleveling shouldn't be hard if they're the only one that I need to focus on. But I have to think on it like hard, because that's like another character. And then actually no, the biggest thing I have to do is actually research the items that I need. The tail's gonna be a question mark because I don't know how much it costs over here. That's a long username. That's a Hello, how you doing? Where's the direct? It's over there. Levy's like White Dolphin Tails, at least for global, was a 60 scratch reward after Grey Tail and Spider Human. Wait, Spider Human? guys got a spider emo? Reads like, one question about how much do Guardian Soul set will cost after NGS? After NGS? That's gonna be up in the air. I got a feeling that's gonna be not as bad during its initial release. Because upon its initial release, people were selling that thing for $1 billion. Some people actually capitalized on that, especially if they spent like a good 100, 200 mil to make it. Currently right now, last time I saw it was 200 mil. I can pull up what it looks like now, and then we can try to gauge and guess how much it will be. But it shouldn't be as bad. Global might have it a bit easier, just because of the badges that you guys were able to get throughout all your battle passes. But yeah, we can look into it once I beat up this Bal. This is weird. Oh shit, I cannot see for the life of me. Oh my god. I cannot see. Giant Shark. Giant Shark cannot see. That's the worst thing. Like how am I supposed to see? Fucking shark body. I'm out. Wait, why are you calling me that? That Coral. What the hell? Oi. Oi, how am I supposed to hit you? You're up there! Are you guys seeing this? This is being glitchy, weird. It's supposed to be like down here. Down here, Bal. I'm not up there. What are you attacking? Oh shit, you get fire, your hydro pump. It's like high up there. I can't hit you. You're chewing the air. Where are you dropping those guys? This Bal's retarded. And I thought I meant, oh, hey there. That was a weird Bal. I believe it's able to let us zoom out more in OTS mode. Yeah, it is a handicap. Like, I can barely see, like, if I think I can hit this... No, apparently I did hit it, but... That's the problem with, like, some of these costumes. Yesterday when I was fighting against the Extreme Quest, it was a pain in my butt. Anyways, to answer your question, though, about the Guardian stuff. Because, like, Loco... what is it? Loco Thick Shark is having visual problems. Alright, so... Now, getting through this. Let me see if I actually earn any sort of profit. Nope, nothing. Nada. It's hard for me to actually do that. Alright, so Guardian Soul. Let us stare at the... Did you say units specifically? Alright, so we can look at the units and the weapons. So right now, we're here on the Japanese PSO2. In terms of the units, if this can be loaded properly. HH is a question mark. Do you suggest Grand Stam over Grand Attack on units? I want Grand Precision for 3 units though. The only reason why you might want to go for Stamina is if you are in need of HP and a little bit of PP. I would do that for good all-rounder stuff if I have the space and if I need to put something in there. However, if you do want to emphasize on attack, the attack ones would be a bit better. I think Grand HP can be a bit expensive, but it depends. Obviously, the attack ones can be quite high. Well, the S attack, the melee attack ones can be high. Second one, that's the second expensive, would be the Grand Shoot, Grand Precision, and then the last one would be Grand Tech, Grand Casting. So, it will take you a bit of Meseta, though. Yeah, and that's another thing too, like, if, for example, you decide to play hero and you use all 3 weapons, then you would want to try to go for an all-rounder, and then I would advise more on the stamina, just because it doesn't focus on a certain attack, but at the very least you get HP and PP out of it. If you only focus on one weapon, for example, if I was playing only on a ranger character and I was using rifle launchers, I would get that precision, that ramp precision instead of ramp stamina. So right now, the prices over here is probably right? Pronunciation. Anyways, it looks around, for a basic one, is 186,900,000. In all honesty, I feel like you can get this, you can make this yourself, but it ultimately depends on if you want to gamble and if you want to do it. In terms of something that is useful, like these things down here, they would have a lot more value than this, because you can get the same sort of piece. You can get the same sort of piece, but it is a bit more, a couple more mil, like 4 mil, 3 mil, but it's worth it because, well, it's worth it over here. If someone made this up in the global PSO2, it's gonna be hard. Well, once again, the other question is how to get an artifact onto the Guardian Sword as well. But the thing is, if someone had this piece over there in global, you still do not have receptors, I would avoid this because there's no easy way to get that factor to transfer over. That's why receptors are important, because they help you in this sort of thing. But if I was just going for Guardian Soul though, this would be nice. This would be nice if I was playing on the Japanese side, because guess what? The Soul Receptor and the Factor Receptor will aid you in carrying that over to whatever other pieces you have. In terms of finalized one though, let's see if we can find a finalized one. This one seems alright, but it's not with all the all-rounder abilities. Now, the question is, what are you doing specifically with Guardian Soul? Are you trying to just capitalize on a lot of attack? If you are capitalizing on an attack, then you pretty much can avoid a lot of the all-rounder stuff like Crack 5 and Crack 5 and Returner 5. And you can go for the cheaper variants. Like instead of going for Absolute Glare, you can go with something like Origin. I would say this is fine if you are under a budget, but at the same time, I feel like you can make this yourself. The thing about the receptors, like the Soul and the Factor ones, is that it's usually from PSO2. If they're able to implement that into global with the next seasonal quest, that is fine. But the thing is, the Japanese PSO2 hasn't done such a thing. The only thing that they allowed as a drop on our end in terms of receptors are, from what the quests I've seen recently, is pretty much the sentence receptors, which helps with sentence abilities. There is a chance, slim chance. They might have that as a drop, I don't know. It's up in the air. They might be able to give you guys other stuff though, like catalysts. Though catalysts are dropping commonly with the future seasonal quests. So if you ever want to make Astral Soul, that's not too hard if it becomes an Astral drop. Something like this might catch your interest, but the only problem with this is that it's at a 3 slot. So the entire point of us looking at this is just to gauge like how the prices are. And to answer your question, Reef, this will ultimately depend on how easy it is to get pieces. Because over there in Global, you do have an easy way to get the miniest, well, not the miniest, Angie, one of the glares you need for the Glare Catalyst. And making a Glare Catalyst, looking at the price for the unit. Now it's going to be a bit harder on weapons. Keep that in mind. You may want to invest in both weapons and units with certain abilities. No, that's not the one that I wanted to look for. And you find the one that's a Glare Catalyst. Because yeah, as you can see, this is going for 10 mil. And these aren't at a high slot. Like the 3 slots are fine. That one you would want to try to aim for, but the other problem is they're not with anything special. If I wanted to, I've got a feeling there might be one with Returner. And I think it's going to be grade 4 that I'm gonna stare at. If not, then we can look for a crack one. Yeah, as you can see, there's a huge jump in this. Because you got someone that's making stuff like a glare catalyst with what is it, returner 4. And this has a lot more value than like just a glare catalyst, because guess what, that returner 4, if you got multiple copies of something like this, you combine that, you can try to get a returner 5. So this is high, and a lot of this stuff that has a bunch of all-rounder abilities for the Guardian Soul. Let's see something that has both of these. Now you can farm for returners, veteran resolve easily in a certain game mode. But because of this, you can see that something like this is stupidly high up there in terms of the price. And in all honesty, the reason why it's high up there is because of them going out of the way to get this and stuff. So it kind of makes sense. If you don't want to do it yourself and you want to hire or buy the certain piece, then this is the price that you have to pay for it, especially if you don't want to gamble it yourself. Big thing is what do you want? You would want something. You will want this sort of piece over here. Well, not that one. You want this piece. Now this piece is, as you can see, 750 mil. And this has almost all the things you need. It's just that the payoff is, the trade-off is you paying someone and you're giving him 750 mil. And then Ree's like, well, I'm just wondering because I'm a Japanese player. Ah, okay, gotcha. I would say you try to farm for this. It will take a while to do it, but with a lot of the stuff that's going on in Japan and a lot more access to certain game modes where it can give you a chance to drop them, try to farm for it. Because the big thing is, this thing is right here. Pretty much you're done if you buy one of these. But the problem is, if you're trying to get it for all your unit pieces, you're gonna have to do that number 750 times 3. But as you can see, there's no other unit piece that's at 750 with these particular stats. You can see that this one has all of them, but it has a bit extra. You can manipulate it and change it by using ability transfers. Yeah, the ability transfer process, but that's going to cost a lot of passes. And if you're new to the game or if you're starting out, you may not have as much and it might be a pain in the butt. And as you can see, the next one that's out of 4 slots, it's not at 750 mil, it's at 840 mil. So it jumped. Now, I would ignore this one because, once again, this doesn't have the other ability. What you're looking for is a crack one. Here's the other one that you might want to get, but once again, that jumps again to 900 mil. So it's expensive. In all honesty though, I made my own Guardian Soul stuff. Yeah, this apple looks man. And yeah. This piece here, I made it myself, and pretty much it does that same thing. And it only cost me, well, it cost me like rough around 1 mil to like 20-ish mil or something. It's because I did it on a grind 0 cost, I farmed most of my pieces, and I stocked up on a lot of stuff. In total, when it comes to me making Guardian Soul with all these other abilities, first piece that I made was like roughly around 300 mil. Second piece was 150 mil, and then this one I decreased it drastically. So you want to farm, but this is just my advice, in my opinion. If you are okay with buying it, you can, but yeah. I just crack over return it any day and slap that with Grand Capsule. Yeah, like if you want to be cheap about it, you can technically do something like this. You notice that these particular pieces do not have a returner. It only has crack 5. So what I did with this old piece was Guardian Soul, Absolute Glare, FF Factor, crack 5, and then I did ability transfer process to get it to an 8 slot. They got a pop item which you can add a mana rev or FF Factor later. Like 46, 60 mil. Oh wait, no, you said same with me. I was making super budget Guardian Souls, hahaha. Like 45 mil, 60 mil. Yeah, like the reason why this piece, the first piece that I ever made, was stupidly expensive was because one, with Psycho Badges, I needed a lot of them and I needed 4 slots to help me get Guardian Soul. Like, with protections, you take out the gambling aspect. You're still gambling to try to get it to succeed, but at the very least, you're not gambling completely where you're gonna lose all your pieces, you gotta start all over. Yeah, I had to buy a lot of those recycle badges. Secondly, I did it on the spot. The moment they released this, prices jumped. And it was more of the, well, it was due to demand. Now, some people did it and they sold their piece. So, if I spent like 300 mil, guess what? Some people would actually buy the units at the 1 billion cost that was placed on these units and these augments and affixes. I didn't do that though because I personally went out of my way to make it first. But I only made it for 1 unit piece, and then later on, I decided to cut it down. So yeah, there's like multiple ways to do it, and in all honesty, like this looks nice if you want to go for all-rounded stats, but if you don't want that and you want all attack, I did make a formula in the past where it only emphasized on attack, a good chunk of HP and PP, but it's heavy on attack, like a 420 attack unit piece without using the, without using Guardian Soul and whatnot. It used a lot of these other abilities, but it did not use Guardian Soul. Actually, it's better yet. Let me pull it up, because, let me eat this apple first. Alright, I'll be right back. I can finish this damn thing, toss it away, wash my hands. Alright, so how much was that 420 attack unit that I made? I don't remember the cost that I did for this 421. Alright, it's finalized. Alright, so this is one of my... Well, when was this? This is back in August. A pal of mine, teammate of mine, asked me to finalize their piece. Now... Actually, no, you need to pull up something else as well. I think I put it in the description. No, that talked about the 400 one. There was another video that I have. It was from the affixing assist. No, it talks about that. Alright, so the 420 attack unit that I was going for was pretty much, well, my pal had to get some of these other pieces. They had to get the Grand Technique, they had to get the Technique 6, note that they had to use pop items, and then what else? They had to get the Mark, and then the S ability. All I did was pretty much get an Arcs Max for them, an Apprentice Soul, Factor, Mana Rev. Actually, no, that's wrong. I did something for them. What did I do? Okay, so no. I was wrong. The final piece is what? The Grand Technique, Technique 6, Mana Rev, Factor, Apprentice Soul, Mark Angra, Arcs Max, and the SSA, which is pretty much the T attack up 2. This is on an arm piece. I did give him a what is it? I did put this in my cost, but I did use my own Technique 6 pop item. I gave him. I also put a Mana Rev, Artifact, Apprentice, and Arcs Max. I made this as a 5 slot, and what I did with the Artifact is pretty much finalized it. Then I had to use a Factor Receptor to move it onto some of these other pieces. I think I also put when I made that Artifact, I think I put the Arcs Fever stuff on it, and then the Apprentice, and then to make Mana Rev you need to go through the regular formula. Then I just need a pop item. I think it cost me a good couple mil. I'm trying to remember how much. It might have been somewhere around 10 to 50 mil. Then I sold the piece at a certain price to them. It was a fair offer to them, just because like I went out my way to do it. They just had to get the passes and slowly make it into that 8 slot. But they were able to get 420 without having to use the Grand Guardian Soap. The thing is, with this particular ability too, if you notice, 2 of these abilities are now capsules. So what you could technically do is get those capsule items and then use the ability transfer process to slowly add them in. So if I had to take out these 2, what you could technically do is just make a 3 slot piece with Technique, Apprentice, and Arcs Max, and then you use a bunch of pop items to slowly get to this point. It's just that if you do that though, and you leave at a 3 slot and you work your way up, you will spend a lot of ability transfer passes to get into an 8 slot. But it is possible to just go for a different formula instead of the all-rounder. Let me get online. But yeah, anyways, that is pretty much it when it comes to that spiel, that talk. Let me finish this up, because we got a lot to do. I'm not just gotta go through all these characters to get the dailies. I do not want to do it. When we bump into a character that is maining hero, that's when I am gonna burn a couple keys, and we get started doing the Jsword seal release as well. But yeah, I am gonna release a video talking about how you can try to easily push for an 8 slot, but there's a lot of well, that one's not gonna take a while, but yeah, I just need to do a lot of video recordings and also like do a purge on my folder because I'm running out of memory space now. Oh yeah, thinking about it, I do need to go and talk to my support partner in my room. Here's the thing, if you want to tackle those client missions for the tier missions for your battle pass, your mission pass, use your support partner. If this game loads. It is taking ages for it to do it. I just send my partner to just do random client orders from Franca. Best way for her to level up, and also best way for me to just hoard and just stock up on these materials, so I don't need to worry about going. And so I don't need to worry about doing these specific things. I might need to switch it up though. And you can barely see her. She levels up. She gave me a bunch of stuff. Let me put that all in my storage. And then issue orders. Tell her to do these. Could you do 13 orders now? Or do I have 13 orders from her? Okay, I think it's only 10 that I can order. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Alright, go. And then let me swap. Also, I need to unequip this stealth camo. Okay, the stealth camo is still there. Let me just swap that out. How much is this weapon now? 50 mil. Alright, that is good to know. No, yeah, I am gonna stop this stream roughly around 4 p.m. my time, which is in 2 hours? 2 hours and 30 minutes, because I am going to exercise. I skipped out yesterday. No, I'm not gonna do that again today. Nope. No, sorry. We're going on roads up. Let me see. So wait, did you guys get any big update over there in Global, or is it like toning down now? Gotta go kill Bal. Kill a Bal, pop a booster of some sort. Let's pop a 75. Hiss. What the? Wait a second, don't I know you? I feel like I know your username. Aren't you in that, what was it? Aren't you in the, what is it? Was it 42? And then Ophelia, I think your name is Ophelia, hopefully I pronounced that right. Next update will probably be January 20th. And then Irving says slow down. Gotcha. But Divine Quest should be next week, 99.9%. Okay. Hopefully you guys get that Divine Quest, because that's important for endgame. Like, you'll be going to that almost all the time, and then now you can just not worry about, like, VR. And then you're like, yeah, I remember your name. That's why I have, like, username, so I can, keep... so I can remember stuff. Usernames tend to help me memorize, like, who this person is and whatnot. That's what I remembered, especially, well, back then especially... Well, I can't even fucking speak English. My brain is still waking up. So pretty much, like, the thing about me is that I try to keep tabs of old players who played back in episode 2 and 3. And the best way for me to do that is to memorize usernames. And I just been doing that left and right. So there's like a couple usernames where I'm like, oh yeah, that is actually a familiar username. Or, oh, this person was back then. I remember them. Some people are popping up every now and then, though. Getting back into the game a bit, then getting out. A lot of people are waiting for NGS now. So you're trying to get... Oh, god damn it. What the fuck? Sega. Fucking lag. But yeah, do you guys have any questions or concerns about Divide Quest? I still need to make a breakdown video on it. I will try to do that on Monday? Maybe. The thing about Divide Quest is that... depending on what stage you're going on, that's when you need to actually get good and also have like good equipment and augments and affixes. DB says, still trying to farm for Jsword. Would love that camo in New Genesis, but it's not looking likely at this point. Laugh Loud reminds me of the old days. I got my Jsword from, what was it? The Ultimate Quest Saddam? I want to say Saddam, but someone corrected me, and I think it was like Saddam. So, yeah, you need to beat up that guy. Apparently he dropped it when I did a bit of a, well, I did one run of it yesterday, in yesterday's stream. That guy's a noob, says, does it count if I played in episode 2 Japan and haven't played since until global announcement? I would just call you a vet, not, because you did experience the hell, but, you know, it is what it is. I'll still label you as a vet, but maybe not true vet. It's all good, though. I understand that people didn't farm during that time because it was really bad. And apparently I'm stuck here. I am fucking stuck here. Sega, please. Yeah, I'm fucking stuck. God damn it, Sega. Anyways, let me just swap to, where's my music? I feel like my music just, like, shut up, too. Yeah, it did. Alright, let's get that playing again. And let me just swap my screen. Alright, hi there. Oh, no, that was like an old video. We don't need to watch that. Anyways, let me just do a certain command and kill this because apparently I'm stuck and go all over again. But yeah, like during episode 2 and 3, it was rough. Like I don't blame anyone who decided to leave. It was a bit confusing too. Well, was it that yeah, it might have been confusing just because there weren't a lot of guides talking about very specific things, like how to go about augments and affixes, how to do certain builds. A lot of people were still exploring some stuff. I mean, there were videos out there, it's just that they weren't as good, or they didn't do a giant breakdown. Some of them did a good job, but I can't remember some of them off the top of my head. I kind of got into it, but I started to do a bunch of YouTube stuff at the episode 3-4 era. Can't remember. But yeah, episode 2 was atrocious. The only good thing that, well, there's some perks to it. Like episode 2 specifically on the Japanese side, I remember that the market was godlike. And the prices were not as bad. Because as you can see, even on the Japanese side, prices, they're, for fashion stuff, it's like 50 mil. And 50 mil, even as a free-to-play, it's gonna take a while. The big thing is you need access to the shop. The one thing that I'm kind of irritated with PSO2 is how they do their fun shop. Well, how you have to do a gacha to try to pull a My Shop 3-day pass. I think most people won't find that as a huge issue because one, getting fun points isn't that difficult. But the problem is just the RNG of trying to get a My Shop 3-day pass. I remember a pal of mine back then, they weren't able to get a My Shop 3-day pass even after like 1,000 pulls. Like their RNG was that bad. And then when they actually get one, it was super rare. So it's not, once again, it might not be a big issue with you, but there are some people in that sort of case and scenario where I feel like, why make it a gacha when you could just have it open to the public? Just leave it, you know, like other MMORPG games. I find it a bit weird that other MMORPG games don't have this sort of mechanic, and then PSO2 has that, and it's like, yeah, this is, why are you making us go through RNG as a free-to-play? As a free-to-play, you're kind of nerfed. You're in certain conditions where it's not in your favor, and in all honesty, with the market, it is important because that's how you can get extra money. This is how you can actually play with it and make a lot. But the problem is, do you have access to it? Or do you have a way to access it and sell all the stuff that you have? Because if you don't sell some stuff in the moment, you might miss that opportunity and miss the chance to get a large profit off of it. But it is what it is. The game had it as it is, and yeah, hopefully they fix that. That's the one thing I'm kind of wishing, that they just have the market open. Like maybe for some other things they would put it behind like some sort of gacha, but in terms of accessing the market, that shouldn't be limited, especially for a free-to-play. Like obviously if you're premium, you can get into the market, but if you're not premium, then you're kind of stuck gambling on you getting a My Shop 3-day pass. And the problem is you're limited too in that, because you only got 3 days. You gotta sell as much as you can. If you don't, then it's kind of stuck there and like you can't sell anymore. If you got a lot of things to sell, you want to sell them. Oh shit, wait. I'm back in the game. What the fuck am I doing? Hold up. I was like, wait a second. Where's my screen? But yeah, episode 2 was... Don't get me wrong, I hated time attacks, but at the same time, for it to be every day per character, that stacks. And that has a lot of worth. Because once again, during the price, like, especially with the prices that were around in episode 2 for the Japanese PSO2, lobby actions, outfits, they were only 1 mil, 3 mil. And if you have multiple characters back then, and you farmed every day with time attacks, you're getting a lot. So not only do you get enough to fund your... Okay, the map is not loading up unless this is dead end. This is a fucking dead end. Trolley ass map. So the thing is, like, if you have multiple characters, you can do it every day, and within the week you can actually get a lot. And then you can use that money to get a lot of things. Like, you can actually upgrade your weapons, you can actually do some augments and affixes, and then you can also save and or spend on fashion stuff. That was the good thing about how it was kind of balanced. Yes, it was ridiculous that you had to do it every day, but it was balanced in a way where you have the ability as a free-to-play especially to get a lot of these things that, well, The problem as a free-to-play as well, you don't have a lot of characters. There were alternative methods to get ACs though, which I don't know if I should even mention it in this stream. But it's just that if you had a lot of characters, or if you at least invest a couple bucks and make more characters, that did pay off and allow you to get easy Meseta, which then you can use to get all these cheap stuff. Some items were stupidly dummy expensive, but it wasn't as bad. The moment they started to take that out and they had daily orders and stuff, that's when stuff started to increase, and then there was a huge divide of you either gotta focus on fashion or you gotta focus on your equipment. There's no in between. Like, yes, you could try to do it, but it's not like the maximum sort of result if you do try to split it up, because it's gonna be half-assed. You either go in, you either go, what, deep in with it, or you do the other thing, which is fashion. And this is why I keep on saying that, like, I'm a dumbass back then, because I could have invested in so many items. I was like Mr. Krabs. I don't know why I was like Mr. Krabs. There were items that were like 3 mil, 1 mil, and I'm hoarding like 50 fucking mil in my bank at that time. I could have spent it so I can invest in it, which then I can save, which then it could have cost a shit ton in the future. Especially if, like, I invested in a lot of collab items back in 2014-15. That thing is in the billions right now. I could be fucking rich. But nope, my dumbass self did not understand marketing shit 101. Oh, sad. Anyways, yeah. That's the thing about, like, episode 2, though. And then also the fact that everything was farm heavy. Everything was RNG. If you really want to get a certain weapon and unit, you really have to farm for it. The only way you could try to buy something is behind a stupid path. I'll mention that in its own separate video. This brings back Destiny 1 Year 1, it was pain. If you join an MMORPG, you kind of resign yourself to that fate, because RNG is going to be your number one enemy. Unless you really have good RNG, where it's like, oh, this isn't as bad, or like the game just gets you stuff left and right. I knew one new player that was able to get almost everything just by doing a couple runs. It annoyed me, because I was like, what the hell's with your RNG? But you know, it's a gift. I was a bit tilted, but hey, look, it is what it is. You gotta persevere. You gotta push on. You're playing an MMORPG. You signed up for it. And yeah, it's still fucking laggy. I don't know what's going on with Japanese PS2, or it might be on my end, but I don't think so. But then again, it could be. Oh wait, no, I might. Okay, oh, I need to do something. Maybe that's why it was laggy. Because something was playing in the background. I had a stupidly high graphic. Nope, it's still laggy. Never mind. Ah, joy. But yeah, the Jsword, I will need to work on that. I need to figure out how many kills are, or how many things I can kill in a bonus quest key, silver one specifically. So if I look at this, I have that Jsword, it's sealed. So I had to get 23,000 kills on this same thing. Ah, joys. Joys. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna think on it, like, if I do a bit of this next week, especially with the weekly ARX missions, it's gonna be a 200 and, well no, it's gonna be a 100 kill count one. Oh, did I not? Oh fuck, I'm a retard. I thought I picked this up. No, I did not. So we gotta go kill Bal again. Shit. What's worse is that this is going slowly. The point of me was to get that client. Oh god. Okay. What the hell's going on with PSO2 right now? Super laggy. Alright. So what? I think I went through 2 characters out of my 22. Now this is my 3rd character trying to kill a Bal, and then I'll go to the next one and pick up that client order. Just want to get this over and done with. Oh yeah, that's another thing. There's like little snippets to figure out how to proceed on with this map. You usually want to find a certain environment, iconic next area look. Like for this one, this is obviously the next area. Apparently the map cannot load itself, and that means Sega's taking this sweet time. I'm afraid to actually go to the next area with this sort of thing. I'm trying to play the game, Sega. Why are you making it all slow as fuck? Anyway, so let's see if anything happens if I go here. Apparently it says next area. Let's see if I'm stuck on the loading screen of death. Oh, looks like it's a loading screen of death. Fuck. You know what? I might change this to a chill stream. If this keeps, if PSO2 keeps this thing up, I'm gonna be oh look, 630 Chan. Hey, 630, my best friend. Guess what? Now I had to change it. Nope, wrong one. Fucking 630. Okay, so it's not just me. All right, so it's the entire goddamn server. Why? I'm confused to why. There might be something going on in the background. Somehow me too. If it gets to the point where I can't even do a quest, I will most likely just make this a chill stream. And we just chat. Hopefully I can just... Okay, that looks nice. And again, before I forget, let me swap to the main window. The lovely 630, yes. Yes. Oh, also, like when you're usually doing these things too, like if you want to get your fun points, just bring random people, random, what? Was it random people? I think your friends and, yeah. You can bring random strangers with you, or you can bring your friends. Just start collecting your fun points. Sure, charted internet is garbage. Which way do I want to go? So from the looks of it, I think I can go this way, go to the left. Hopefully. Oh, no, that's a dead end. Never mind. Let's see, which way to go? Left, right, down, up. Nope, it's over here. Yeah, I got a feeling they might release Lust over there for Global next week too, maybe. Well, that's me guessing out of my butt. Unless they will stay true and just release it when you guys get TDP. And thinking about it. What is it? What else can I teach in augmentation affixes? The only one thing that I can think of... Well, there's a couple videos I still need to do in augments and affixes, but after that, I'm pretty much done with this. And in terms of me doing it myself, yeah, I'm already finished to the Guardian set. I might make a couple others, but I don't know if it's going to be as serious like the all-rounder one. I could do it for... Do I want to do that? I don't know. I need to farm some stuff again, maybe? Or just stock up on stuff. Like, it's not going to be hard for me to just go for an Artifact or a Man of Reverie now. Because of these things over here. This is too good to pass up on. I guess I could sell my services, maybe. Although a lot of you guys can use the videos I already made, emphasizing on Guardian Soul and how to go about making it. There are a couple other videos that I could do, emphasizing on a certain way to actually get Guardian Soul. Especially like the one thing that I learned after touring around with a bunch of returners and cracks. And I was like, huh. Oh wait, this is something they could have used if they have ability transfer passes and they do try to do a couple of abductions. But it's not for all the pieces. And the big thing is you're still missing at least a couple glares to try to even get some of these important things. The big one though would be Exocore. You do need them to try to make a glare catalyst. Okay, don't turn it in. Go over here, swap out of my weapons, and then go to the next character. Is anyone online? Let me stare at the blocks. Oh yeah, apparently there's also another web panel event that's supposed to come up in the Japanese PSO2. Hopefully you guys in Global do get those as well, because they are pretty goddamn good in terms of services and things that you can capitalize on. Especially if there's like a discount out of a Psycho Shop in the Star Gym. Usually if they do have that, there might be a chance that there's an AC Limited with Psycho Shop as well. Why am I here? Oh yeah, to find a certain outfit that might have Star Gyms on it. Like this thing. I'm gonna most likely wear that so I can get my Star Gym. And then do I have to do anything else? No, I think I already put the key away. Alright, so that is another character down. Oh god. I need to drink a good chunk of water because if I'm gonna work out, I might go on a run. I'm gonna do something cardio-like, or I'm gonna do leg work. Irving says, I need my LTD AC exchange shop for my sweet Skydance. Yeah, hopefully they give it over there. I don't know, because once again, Global might do some things or might not do some things. That would be a very good thing, but I don't know how people would feel about that as well, especially if, you know, they farmed it for multiple days and stuff and then they released it. And it's like, oh great, what was the point of farming TD, VR? I mean, still get those ultimate boosters too. But then Divide Quest is gonna come around and then that's something you would want to farm a lot of. And that's a guaranteed compared to dealing with like RNG. Because Virtual Mining Defense on Ultrahard, it gives you a random number of 1 through 3. So you either get 1 per run or 2 or 3. I don't know if it doesn't give you any at all. Well, it won't give you any if you fail the quest, I think. Before I do that though, I should pick up the client order. But yeah, that limited time one, that would be so good. Because not only do you get that, you also get like some other goodies as well. A couple of ability transfer passes and then those pop items to try to go for a mana rev or ether factor. You might want to invest in recycle badges if they're not as expensive. That is entirely up to you though. I picked up the client order, right? Yes, I did. And then I also need to do the simple gathering one, but don't turn everything in, turn in one of them in. Complete that mission, and then we go hunt a Bal. And then also, I hope you guys also, I hope you guys also get your rainbow keys, because they should be giving that to you guys right now. Or maybe they're saving it until later, but it'll be nice to have it so you can get to power level 295. And then you can start to use those things to get to, 100 when the time comes. Okay, that's the wrong one. And yeah, this is like one of my rare characters. I really want to get back into them, but I do need to do the certain augments and the fixes that I want on these weapons. This one, the only reason why I have this weapon is because one is the 15 star and it has a fighter class to it. So because of these particular ones, I think I need to extend them because I don't know if they went past extend level 7 now. I feel like they went to a higher number. I think it's into 2 digits. So I'll consider getting it crafted again. Most likely I'll also add fighter class to it because that is the point of these weapons. I also need to re-affix them. They do have basic augments and affixes, but for these particular weapons I would want to capitalize on those reference slayer abilities. And then what else? Yeah, the same with this 11 star. This one was natural, but I am gonna augment and affix it to have those certain abilities. Alright, so the game's running smooth again. I guess I can ask that question. Do you guys even use the 11 star and 12 star weapons? Or did you guys straight up go to 13 stars over there in Global? I can't remember what was the max rarity for the beta on Global. Hey there crew, how you doing? And then Sil says, is that a weapon camo? Which one? Like what I'm using right now? No, none of these are weapon camos. They're all the original design look of the weapon. This one is pretty much the 12 star. It's this one. I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. But yeah, that is what it looks like. The other one, what was it? This one is pretty much the 11 star. I don't know if you guys even have these old types over there. You might be named something else. This one I definitely, what is it? I left it as it is because it does hint at what my character, or who my character is. This is a cosplay. That should give it away. We went straight to 13 stars. Shit. Oh man. I mean, fuck. I don't know what to say about that. I still play around with these old ones. Like these old ones can still pack a punch, but then again, I'm playing on like super hard, so they do fit super hard like content. Global didn't get the mid-range weapon. Dang. So wait, how did you guys had like low rarity weapons, right? Like 9 stars, but then you just jumped into like 13 stars? Jesus. And I still keep up with this, but I just need to upgrade it even further. The problem that I have with me using this particular class combo and the weapons is that I do need weapons that are in the that have a fighter class to it. I had fun playing fighter bouncer with dual blades back in episode 3. I had a teacher for that too, but they stopped playing the game. They just disappeared on me too, which was weird. Irving says, no, we have 3 different 11 and 12 star weapons. And then Irving says, we went straight to 13 star, but Nox weapons became a meme saying they endgame. Yeah, like, they're not bad. Temporarily. I know that I use a Nox to at least help me level up to at least 75, and when I start doing super hard stuff, I try to go for the 13 star weapons after that. But they're not entirely bad, but I don't know why people were saying they're endgame. And the ECU says, wait, we went straight to 13 star, but people Yeah, I think the Nox was just, I don't know, was advertised as endgame and people went for that. Drew's like, and only 2 10-star for each type. We even missing some 13 stars, but that's a minority. And then Blade says, also, I go straight for the 13-star, and even then, I take them apart. And then Sill's like, oh yeah, I remember the debate about Nox being endgame. Yeah, I remember that too, because I did make a video talking about it, and I was confused when I was just talking about how they can be used temporarily, and then, what is it? You can grind them to a certain thing, and then there was like likes and dislikes. A lot of dislikes, and I was like, okay. But yeah, that was like back then. Like, don't get me wrong, they're good, but until you hit like that level 75 and you go past super hard, that's when you want to swap out. Temporarily, they're good. I don't know who said they were endgame weapons though. And then the other problem is like you couldn't what is it? Huh? Oh, it's it. What was I about to say? I lost my train of thought. Why was I doing this? Oh yeah, because I wanted to complete the Bal, also get that. It's because, what was it? Yeah, you also didn't have the crafting too. What? ECU, please. Tell me you're joking. Oh yeah, I remember the debate about Nox being endgame. Was it Jix or Nemesis for global 13-star back then? I think people were telling other people not to use the Jix as much. The thing about the Jix is that I kept it around just for its SAF, especially if it's had a stuff. But in terms of using it, and personally for me, I never used the Jix weapon, so it's like, use whatever you got. That was the big thing. That's my philosophy. Like, if you're free to play and you don't want to buy stuff, especially with the prices that people put them at, I would rather like use whatever I got. So if I had a shitty 13-star, I'll just use that shitty 13-star. It's not like especially during that time. Well, if I was blind to the game, I'll use whatever I got. That is true. Like I'll use like a shitty 13-star, even though it might not be the best 13-star. If I was knowledgeable with the Japanese and the Japanese and the global PSO2, I would get the particular weapons that might help me in my certain playstyle, but I'm not going to be a stickler about it. It's not like I'm going to go for the best and greatest 13-star of that time. And I think, what was it? What was the best 13-star during that time anyways? Like, upon the release, like the official release of Microsoft, do you guys remember what was the best 13-star that people were talking about? And then Cammy says, you can still find people using Stigma plus 35 even on Ultra Hard. Crew's like, crafting can't, yeah, the thing about crafting that was, it was available over here on the Japanese PS2. I know it was a thing in episode 2. That's why I have a couple weapons already crafted. The music that's playing right now is this. This is from Girls Frontline mobile game. I will post it here. In terms of the music. Nem and Slave. Okay, so the thing, I was looking back on the old type and new types. Like, the new types were really good. Back then, the Nem and the Slaves on our end, they sucked. Badly. I don't know if I got rid of the ones that's in my storage, but if I go over here and talk to this person, then what is it? I think it's this option. You guys won't have this over there because this is fucking old. These are old types, and you don't want to get them. Damn, I don't have. Okay, it doesn't show it through those names. Does it show me an old type Nem? Do I have it somewhere? Or was I just like, oh no, I'm cleansing. I purged the old types. I think I did purge. Yeah, I purged. Sad face, I purged. Oh, the OG NEMs, I got rid of them. And the slave weapons too. So you can get them over here, but you had to farm a good chunk of the the ultimate quest to get these. And then there was also the chance of them dropping, I think, from the Gal Griffin, especially these Nemesis one. But the problem with these old type ones is that they didn't have a really good pot. They didn't have a really good potential because it was really stupid. What you guys got on your new types, it was good, but the ones on our end was shitty. Let me see if I can use this to my advantage. Let me go on to... Alright, I guess I use Ark's Visa phone to display some stuff. Let's go to Twin Daggers and do compare and contrast with this. The thing that pissed me off with the Officia and Austera, I will make a video about it, is the fact that it reminded me of the Ares weapon. And not only that, like, why did they revive the Austere weapon as the 13-star form into a 15-star when that 15-star just isn't as good compared to like several other weapon series? I get it, they were trying to allow those who were returning into the game to get an easy 15-star, but at the same time it was like, it kind of pissed me off because it didn't really have a lot of potential. Now where's the 13 stars? I think, okay, this should be on the Japanese. What the fuck? We don't have anything on this. Kinda wish they showed the potential for this. Where are you? Let's get those easy in that. I'm tempted to type the... Is this the... Yeah, this is... This global... Shit. Alright, so... We're gonna do a slight compare and contrast with the old weapons. Yes, right now the music is playing from all the music that's playing is OSTs of Girls Frontline, or the ones that are in the soundtrack. Alright, so I think the first one is pretty okay. So Raven weapon. So the thing about the potentials is that it's different from their old type variants. Over here we have the Slave Dagger. I guess I need to go to the daggers too to compare. So you got the Raven. Where are you? Okay, so Raven's down here. So Raven weapons over there in Global, they have the Shield of Adaptation. And this increases power, well, if it's level 3, increases power by 17%, generates a barrier, negates knockback, 20% automatic PP recovery, and 30% attack PP recovery that disappears upon taking damage, regenerates after 30 seconds. That is pretty good. And then there's the Nemesis one, Purifying Shield at level 3, increased power by 17, pretty much it looks the same like the Shield of Adaptation. Generates a barrier, minus 40% damage taken, 20% PP cost reduction. That disappears upon taking damage, it regenerates after 30 seconds. So that sounds nice. Now if you look over here to the old ones of our boys, they're shit. Because you got the one that's an O-type. The O-type pretty much has a negative destroyer. Level 3 damage against Darkers boosted by 30%. Damage against DA aberrations boosted by 15%. That is very specific. That is very niche, because that is directed towards Darkers, and then the DA aberrations, which is a reference to, I think, the Ultimate Quest stuff. So, yeah, that's not a general sort of good thing, because guess what? If you're not fighting against Darkers, you're not getting the most out of this. And then the Slave Weapon, also known as Raven, But the one on the Japanese PSO2 for the old type boosts S attack, R attack, T attack by 300 when PP is more than 50%. Now that's a conditional. You have to be more than 50% of your PP. If you're not, then you're not going to get that 300 bonus. So yeah, these old types aren't as good. Now, when they do make those new types, they did make a new type, but they didn't release it during that certain era or in episode 4. They made a new type when there's the when they upgrade, or when they release the 15-star version of this. And it will most likely be the same of what you guys currently have. Yeah, so it's called Sacred Shield, which pretty much is what is that purifying shield over there. And then the Slave is that enticing ward, and it does that thing. But not a lot of people use these new types because they're needed to try to go and get an All-Star Nephisia 15-star. So like if you had the OGs, you just had the OGs. But back then when we first got him, it wasn't as enticing. It wasn't that well-rounded. You guys got a well-rounded goddamn potential with this thing, and I can see why it was high up there. But that's the thing about these goddamn fucking differences. Like, the other thing too, let me point out since we're talking about this, let me point out the Ares, because the Ares, the old Ares actually has a very niche thing as well, which kind of reminds me of the Ophistia and Austere 15-star. Now, where is the one? Okay, let me go down here. Let me see if I can find it. So here it is. So obviously the Austere Ophistia will have several different types of potentials. You got the Dark Phantom Redux, Shoot of Dark Temptation, Shoot of the Dark Saints. These two look alright, but obviously if you want that plus potential, the Redux, you would want to try to go for Dark Phantom Redux. At level 3, increased power based on the Photon Blast gauge. 18%, 19%, 20% bestows an additional effect based on the Photon Blast type when the Photon Blast is used. Now, the thing about Photon Blast is that this was an old gimmick with the Ares old type. Now, in terms of the 14-star, well, I'll look at that later. So if you look at what the Ares is over here, this is on the Japanese end with the old type. They have Phantasmal Source or Phantasmal Blessing. If you go for Blessing, this boosts power based on Photon Blast gauge, boosts damage by 6%, 9%, 10% at minimal half full status of Photon Blast gauge. And then the Phantasmal Source is level 3, power increases inversely with the Photon Blast gauge. Excuse me. And it has a 3 to 23%. And with the 14-star variant of this, if I look at the... Where are you? So it still has that same sort of gimmick with the Photon Blast. For the Ares one, the 14-star variant now, the new type, it increased power based on the Photon Blast gauge. 11, 12, 13% bestows an additional effect based on the Photon Blast type when the Photon Blast is used. So yeah, still has stuff to do with the Photon Blast, but then guess what? That carries over to the Ophistia into its Redux, and the thing that annoys me is just that is very situational. It's not an all-rounder. The thing about the old Austere, especially the 13-star, so we're still on the Japanese side. If I show you guys what the 13-star is, it pretty much reminds me of all the other 15-star weapons and their potential. It's an all-rounder. But where the hell are you? So here's the old thing, Darkness Release. So back then, our endgame weapon for episode 3, and the thing that we had to farm a shit ton of crap for, was this Austere weapon. This Austere weapon has a decent potential because it's pretty much an all-rounder. Boosts damage by 12%, PP recovery rates increase by 10%. So my question is, why the fuck they did not do this sort of potential with this sort of gimmick for the 15-star variant? Why did they decide to go with the Ares one instead, where it's based around the Photon Blast? It's kind of a spit towards that weapon, and I'm not a big fan of that, because if you were an oldie, especially in episode 3, and you've made that old austere type, it's like you went out of your way to get so many things, you had to collect so many things, and you made that old type variant. And now when you upgrade it to the 15-star variant, it's kind of it's not as good. It has the potential of like an Ares weapon series. And it's like, why? Why did it make it an all-rounder? Why did it make it a bit stronger? Why did it make it a bit more appealing? Because, in all honesty, right now, like, out of all the 15-star weapons, like, the austere is kind of on that short end of the stick. Like, you can make it, sure, if you are still new to the game, or if you're returning from episode 3 and you need to try to get a 15-star quickly, you can do it. It's just that it kind of puts a damp on my mood, because once again, since I farmed for that thing and I made it, it's like, okay, we did so many things and we can upgrade it, but then it's not that good because we got other weapons that can pretty much do a better job at it now. It sucks. And once again, I'll talk about this again in like its own unique video. But yeah, the first 13-star we got our end on the Japanese side in episode 3 was the Ares weapon series. And they had atrocious drop rate. What is it? I need a sticky try. HHS says, so Morph, how much Returner 3 costs in Japan right now? It will be in the millions, but I don't think it would exceed past... Well, it depends. Are we talking about like many slots on them, or are we talking about like a 1 slot? Because the 1 slot should be somewhere around 1 to 3 mil. I'm guessing out of my butt. We will look at the price later once I kill a Bal. Who the fuck is that? Hold up. And then I come back and I see myself like flying into the wall. Alright. Kai's like, how much damage per hit is considered big damage back then? Oh, that is a good question. I think the numbers were rough around 10k, 30k. That was the number that would pop up usually during episode 3. Actually, no, no, I can't test that, because the problem with me trying to test that in this day and age is the level. Because there's a huge gap from 75 to 100. Now, if it was a small gap like 75 to... Wait, no. I have someone that can actually do it. I need to go back on Zill. Because she's the one that doesn't have a maxed out Braver and Hunter. And she can pretty much imitate it because I do have my equipment still. Like, you guys were able to hit, like, higher numbers than what we had to deal with. Like, back then, too, like, in Episode 2, note that the Mining Defense 3 was actually released in Episode 2. And that was super hard. Well, no. Excuse me. Not the difficulty. It was extremely difficult. Because we only had 11 star as our normal max rarity. There were 12 stars, but 12 stars were stupidly rare. Like, if you saw someone with 12 star, they were just like, they had godlike sort of RNG. It was amazing to see someone with a fucking 12 star. I did get one, but once again, I didn't main the bow for that. So I never used it as much. But yeah, everyone had to use 11 stars, and even then, people were struggling. The big thing was the AIS. Those things had a lot of firepower to them. In this day and age, though, like, that's on the debate. But back then, they were strong. They were good. So yeah, I can actually imitate that with one of my characters. Because I have the gear, and they're not at high level. The problem I have is, sometimes when I use my main character, especially Sherelle, because she's my go-to Braver, like she's stuck at 100. She can't decrease herself. Alright, so I already got the Bal, right? Making sure. Yep, I did it. Oh yeah, before I forget, let's look at Returner. So for Returner, I did this again. Returner abilities over here, Returner 3 specifically, if we're talking about like a 1-slot drop, it's gonna be, yeah, it's roughly within that 1-3 mil range. It's 1,470,000 etc. Then as you can see, it increases a bit, but yeah, they're not as bad, because guess what? You can farm for them in the Extreme Quest. The next question is, can I find something that's a bit higher? I have no clue. Apparently there's these two ones. They increase to like a, what, 4.2 mil. I would say you should do that. Now this one's a big one. This is like the, what is it? 3-slot ones and higher. From the looks of it, some of them might be in your interest. This one, for example, you might want to use something like this to try to push for one, a Returner 4 and a Crack 4 along with the Glare Catalyst. That will help you try to go for your Guardian Soul, Returner 5, and Crack 5. However, yeah, you gotta have to buy some other pieces as well to do it. You're gonna need like 3 Returner 3s and another Crack 3. So most likely what you might end up doing is buying several other pieces that will have Returner 3, Crack 3, along with a different type of glare, especially if you're trying to go for a glare catalyst. But yeah, I wouldn't spend that much. Because the Returner, I have Returner 3s over here, and they once again do drop naturally from that Extreme Quest. Wait, hold up. What the fuck? I just realized I'm playing music. I don't know if this thing has copyright. What is this? Where am I playing this? Holy fuck. I might have a bit of issues. Hopefully it's not big copyright. I don't mind a little bit of copyright, but if it's a particular song that is banned in several countries, that's gonna be a problem. Fuck. Fuck. Anyways. Let's go with some chill music again. It just says, yeah, I'm gonna farm the hell out of X Quest, then need to like have 27 Returner 2 maybe. Here's a good thing, if it drops a Returner 3 naturally, I know I have more than one. I think I placed them in someone else's storage. So you can see that I have Returner 3s. They are dropping at a high slot. They are on a 13 star, so you can't sell them. But guess what? You can use this to your advantage. And apparently, since I have like, what, these two, and then I got this one over here, what I can do is pretty much combine those three and try to make a Returner 4 out of it. So now I just saved a good chunk of Returner 1s, or I don't need to farm as many Returner 1s because of that. But once again, it's complete RNG. You will want to use as many boosters and methods to increase your chances. I already made a video talking about it in my farming video one. But yeah, anyway, so let me swap out and then show you guys the damage that we had to deal with in the past. They might have tweaked a bit of the classes and numbers, but I do have old gear from that time. And also, I'm gonna need to get this guy to wear something ridiculous, because I need to get started. I do not want to talk to you, Oza. Shoot, go away. What song was it, though? Don't know. Do y'all want to go back to it? It was playing from this. Note that I'm actually playing music from YouTube. Let me go back to it. Let me look at the history. I'll just link it in the chat. Where are you? There's my history button. There we go. History. It's apparently this. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's from. It just like plays stuff. Note that when I tend to listen to a lot of Japanese music or anything foreign, I just let it go on a random spree. But most of the time I try to make sure that if I'm streaming stuff, it's like within its boundaries. Like if it has a bit of copyright where I don't get monetized, that's fine. But the thing is, when it starts to say, oh yeah, you can't view this in several countries. I don't know where you guys live, but I want these things to be viewable. I don't want them to be you know, not accessible. The one stream that I did that was 9 hours long, I think I had a few copyrighted music for like several different countries, and that's why you couldn't, some people couldn't view it. But that was way back then. I think that was like a year ago. Anyways, let us put this on. So yeah, the good thing is if you have a lot of characters and you buy a bunch of outfits that has a bunch of star gems, you can just use your characters as a placeholder or a way to just burn out that wait time. So this thing, as you can see, the attachment, it has a gray bar. What you can do is get one of your characters, make them wear it. Don't visit them until, or what is it? Just leave it on them for 22 hours to come back and collect your star gems. That's how you can milk some star gems and increase like the, what is it? And add on to whatever weekly method that you have, daily method to get them. It just says, yeah, I'm gonna farm. Oh wait, I already read that. And then Irving says, I'm just glad we didn't have the 40 cap, so XP tickets wouldn't go to waste. Oh yeah, it was that short. Yeah, they did increase that. So what I'm going to do now, since someone did mention it, especially in terms of the old numbers, I'm going to try to replicate that. I'm going to go on Zillion because she's the one that has at least a leveled up Phantom... excuse me. Braver Hunter. And it's roughly around... Oh, well, this pretty much covers it. This is a bunch of old stuff from back then. So I'm using my 13-star Ares. This is like my first ever katana. I'm still holding on to it. In terms of the units, they're 12 stars. So I'm going to take that out because 12 stars weren't... For episode 3, they weren't our maximum. It was pretty much the Saki. Yeah, Saki unit. The problem with these units, they're not affixed with a melee attack, so there will be a glaring difference. But it's just a temporary placeholder. I do have another set, and it's for what, T-attack though. That one I kind of regret making. But for now, let me get these pieces, and then Let us go see Rocker. We go to training, and then we go to damage. So we did start to get our level 17 photon actions by episode 3. Or at least the 16 one. They started to unlock a couple other things. I need to watch some of my old videos from way back then to remember the very specific things. But yeah. What was it? Did we have this? Yeah, I guess we had that. Did we also have this crafted one? I don't remember about the crafted one. I don't think we had crafted one. Actually, do I have the old... Okay, so I do have the old version of this. Now let me just take this off. So I'm not gonna take any drinks. But he's like, Morphsuit, you good, not gonna get copyrighted. Is there a website or link to actually figure out what songs will do it? I might give those songs a shot then. Alright, we're gonna do 20-second tally. Gonna see how this goes. Gonna hit this, and then let's get started. Shit. Oh wow, this... I feel old. That is very small compared to damages that I've seen. But yeah, that's pretty much a good representation of it, because this is close to what we had in episode 2. Well, episode 3. We still had, what, 75 as a thing. We didn't have any successor classes. We did not have summoner classes. Do I have a ring on me? I might need to take that off if I do. No, I don't have any rings whatsoever. But yeah, shit, that's like really low. Hold up, I feel like I could do a bit better, maybe? Let's see. I guess I can try to use this one instead. And the problem is, like, the weak spot on Rocker is the stupid head, so I need to get his head. Yeah, and then the other thing is, back then, we had to activate our stances, so I would be activating my, the average stance, yeah, and then fairy stance as well. Geez, seeing these numbers again makes me, remember the painful time. Yeah, my units, it would be a high number, but the problem is my units don't have the right augments and fixes as well. Yeah, that's stupidly low. You guys didn't have to deal with these numbers. But that was back then in like episode 2, 3 era. Specifically though, 3. If we're talking about like episode 2 though, let me bring out the Zan. Let me bring this out, and then let me also bring... What units do I have that I can use? It has to be... We did have 11 star, but the Saki units weren't... Saki units weren't released until episode 3. So what I will most likely use are temporary... Or maybe this one. Let's use this 10 star. Now this isn't the best either in terms of augments and affixes. This is more on like my my G attack too. So swap that Ares out with the Van. Jeez, going back through all of this is like, oh god, memories of when I had to struggle with all this. What's this? What is this damage? Yeah, that's the damage we had to deal with back then in the past. Like, this is very old equipment, and once again, this is the stuff that I have. I feel like I didn't put stuff in my build. Let's see if I actually did put stuff in my skill tree. Exactly, and sometimes 3 mil with the right weapon and affixes. Yeah, you guys were able to hit those giant numbers. We did not. We did not. In the past, we did not. Okay, that explains it. I reset this, so let me fix this again. What did I get though? So I have to avoid these two because we never had those. That explains why my damage was a bit off though, because there was no points in the skill tree. Yeah, like O-types was our thing for all of episode 1 through 3. Also in the beta as well. Let me actually fix my skill tree though, because I realized, yeah, I didn't put anything in here. We did have katana gear, attack advance. I feel like this was it a thing? Yeah, it was there, wasn't it? So we did get this, we did have this, we got weak stance. Most of this is the same. It's just that they might have buffed it over the years. And then I would just max this out. I would max out the average stance, this. No, wait, oh, that's only, what? One, this. I didn't go for this side. What else can I get? Shit. I don't know, I'm just putting points everywhere. Could get the art attack by now, I'd barely use the bow. I guess I get Dex. Could have actually got that one too, but that's the braver hunter. For the katana side, I would get Fury stance and then the J stuff as well. What is that, 5? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did go for an automate, but if you really want to do it without like well, without automate, then you can. Some people will go for the Iron Will instead. Oh yeah, I did reset my entire trees because I was trying to rework my bouncer. Oh no, my phantom. Because I was getting points off of... Oh, I don't have a lot of points for this, do I? I don't... Actually, no, I might have enough to fill this all up. And then I would be going for that automate, so I would put 3 points in here. And then I'll try to go for that. Alright, so I fixed most of it. There should be a bit more damage now, but it's still gonna be low. It won't be able to hit like those giant millions. Nope, not that one. Training. So let me demonstrate what episode 2 was like. PP measuring between NA and JP. I don't know about PP measuring, but pretty much people were wondering about like the damage that people were able to dish out for the past episodes. Specifically in this demonstration, I'm only demonstrating the stuff that I had back in episode 2 and then 3. The bad part is that this isn't the right gear for it. It will give me something, but it's not giving me the right things. Because this is heavy on the T-attack stuff, the casting stuff, and obviously Braver Hunter does not use that. So some of my stats aren't being put towards that RS attack. Making sure to put skills in your skill tree though, that is crucial, that is important. So we will see a difference in the damage now. Now this is back in episode 2, mind you. As you can see, they're hitting a bit better than like 2k and stuff, but it's still low. And this is with me using like an 11 star, like an OG 11 star. And this is like the total damage I was able to get. 539,457. And if you want to know what my equipment is, pretty much this... Oh, this thing does not... Oh god. This thing is not even at a grind rarity of 3. What I did, it was kind of a cheap method, but it's because I wanted to hoard a lot of my Meseta and try to do other things as well and focus on other things. I didn't really push this to potential 3. Obviously getting it to potential 3 is gonna help you, but with old type grinding, you're resetting it over and over again, and at that time I think I decided to use this and use that as my temporary weapon without having to go crazy. I was able to deal a good chunk of damage for like the things that I had to do. So what we get now display is pretty much the 13 stars and then also the Saki unit set. And once again, the problem with some of these units that I'm using is that it's not with the right augment. Blade's like, Jesus Christ, I then know why they buffed the heck out of Flag HP. Yeah, like when you guys got it over there in NA, it's different. Like, you guys were able to cheese through it, and it seems easy just because of the fact that all these modes that you went through, it didn't register new type weapons. Like Mighty Defense 3, understand that they added a bit more difficulty with that with XH, but even then it was kind of a breeze for you guys because you already got like a lot of this stuff already, especially new types and the better variants of what we had. For Mighty Defense 3 specifically, it was released during Episode 2 era. Note that, once again, Episode 2 era, we were stuck with that 11-star. So the damage you just saw in that demonstration with that 11-star weapon in my 10-star units, there were 11 stars, but we didn't have these 11 stars. You can only get the particular 11 stars from extreme quests. But for these ones, it wasn't a thing until Episode 3. So what I'm going to display now is episode 3 era with my Ares katana. It's not going to give me a lot in terms of its potential because it is based on this photon blast gauge. And then in terms of armor, I'm using the Saki. But the problem with this one is, once again, the augments and the fixes, it's not towards my S attack. And I'm playing Braver Hunter. So let us demonstrate this. Now you can see it's a lot better than what we were dealing with, but still, it's not as high compared to what Global was going through. Like, my just attacks are pretty high up there. I am fucking up my blocks. I am most likely going to retry that again, because that wasn't my A game. So as you can see, it's still roughly that same number, but I was fucking up. Alright, so let's try this again with this rock bear. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. As you can see, I almost hit 1,000,000, but I had to build up into it. I have to do a lot of stuff to try to kill it. Because like any other game, Japanese PSO2 evolved over time, whether NA PSO2 already have Japan backing it up in terms of balancing the features. Pretty much, you can think of it like this. Japanese PSO2 was pretty much a guinea pig with all these harsh conditions and stuff, and then NA just got the better conditioned, not as bad version. Now, the only problem with that sort of approach is the fact that when you guys do hit hard content, you are going to most likely think it is hard compared to what the Japanese PSO2 went through. For us, we did the reverse. Pretty much, we got through the hard stuff, and then now everything else from there on out is pretty simple and explanatory. And if they do toss something hard at us, guess what? A lot of us can adapt and be like, alright, something hard, we got this, and then, you know, get into it and just beat the shit out of it. But yeah, all in all, fashion is endgame. But yeah, it's the thing though, like, of course I'm gonna bitch and complain. Like, rant video is a good example of me just like snapping at like the ungratefulness and stuff. But it's just me being an OD. Like, there's people that's gonna be like that. I'm one of those. And like I don't like it when people take stuff for granted. You shouldn't really do that. But yeah, that's what we had to deal with in Japan. Like, in all honesty, once again, the overall gist of it is that we had to deal with these harsh conditions. Did you guys want to go through it? I don't think Global would have been a big fan of going through these same sort of conditions where you're not hitting the billions as quickly. Like, it takes a while for me to do this, and some of the stuff that you guys have and the ways to actually get them, because once again, Global, compared to Japanese PSO2 back then, you couldn't buy 13 stars. You had to farm for it. And it was rigorous. It was like you trying to farm for Skydance Boon right now, along with all the unit pieces as well. And like even then, as you see, my damage didn't even hit like the 1,000,000. It decreased because you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta push and strive for it. It didn't get easy until episode 4, because episode 4 is when they shift gear and they literally give new types. They were releasing SAFs. They were changing the way that a lot of the players played in episode 1 to 3. Obviously, it's for the better because guess what? You guys went through that. And honestly, dealing with like fucking O-type and wasting Meseta left and right on technical things and just gambling on some things, like, you shouldn't really do it as much. And then someone pointed out, I did read a certain comment in my rant video that pointed out like, hey Morph, like as an OD and stuff, they were bound to make it easy and stuff. My question is, if they were gonna make it easy, why did they not do it in the first place? Like, why didn't they add these account lock features in the beginning? Why didn't they add these, new type features in the first place? Why did they have to go to old type first and then new type? I feel like there's a bit more to it, but obviously, it's still a game and it still has to fine-tune itself, but it's just what it is. But once again, because of this unique experience of what I went through, I will always cherish this despite the pain and suffering that I had to go through. And I kind of wish you guys experienced it too, because this is what, once again, makes it a bit unique for the PSO2 overall experience. Like, you got the global side, which is pretty much covering a lot of the easier stuff and a good chunk of what we went through in episode 4, 5, 6. But in terms of the OG stuff, you guys haven't went through that stage where you slowly build up your rarities, where you slowly had to farm almost everything in game to get what you want. Nowadays though, it's just an easy MMORPG and it's not like that. But all in all, we're all gonna suffer because fucking MMORPGs and it's a RNG game in itself. The only good thing about me hoarding this maybe is just the possibility of using it again when we go to NGS. However, the question is, what is actually transferring over from PSO2 to NGS in terms of the technical things? We still don't have FAQs about that. There were hints, suggestions, but not a lot of in-depth details. Anyways, let us get back into the main point of this stream, which is to try to fight against it. Trey Cook says, how is the sealed Jsword? If you plus 35 it, can you copy the weapon look to another weapon? The Jsword right now is stealth, sheath. I will show you guys what it looks like. We are gonna go on a character where... Actually, let me go on Shadow. Shadow's the one that I know can definitely equip this dang thing. But it is sheath. There is a particular title where you can unsheath it. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that word right. But it's this sword right here. It is a 15-star weapon. It is a 15-star weapon. I think a lot of you guys are familiar with it if you played some of the old PSO2 stuff. But yeah, you got this thing over here. Let me swap and go to get my hunter. Well, yeah, I could go on my hunter to actually equip that. So I'm gonna take out the weapon camo. The reason why you want to try to get, what, 23,000 kills is so you can get the unsheath. Now, I don't know if it's just a weapon camo or it's the actual weapon in itself. Yeah, Ricky just explained a bit of it. You can weapon form it to copy the look, but doing this won't unlock the camo version. Yeah, so this is what it looks like as its natural form. There's a title specifically, and there are a couple of videos that there are a couple of videos. I know Sammy actually did a stream where she went out of her way to get 23,000 kills to unlock this thing. I just got it yesterday from the Ultimate Quest Sadam. How do you pronounce this guy's name actually? Sadame? Yeah, that guy, the guy that is pretty much Primordial Darkness. I did get it as a drop from his Ultimate Quest. And yeah, it looks like this. If you have it unsheathed, it's gonna be like Sephiroth's long sword, long katana. But yeah, anyway, since I have this on, I am most likely gonna use this now and work on this guy. Yeah, we're gonna use it a bit and beat up Bal. Oh wait, no, first off, I need to grind this. So my approach when grinding one of these would be try to use a 20, 22, try to gamble with a 50, and then I would do the same method with another Nox, but at a 30, and then use the 35s that I got from, what is it, any sort of quests, from urgent quests, emergency quests, from the collection files, and use those. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff in my storage 3. This is what happens when you just hit endgame. But hey there, Trey, how you doing? Blade's like, Jesus Christ, I then know why they buffed the heck out of Flag HP, because Japan's damage skill was all over the place in NA, where it was kind of in order. Well, and then, exactly, sometimes 3 mil with the right weapon that fixes. And then, already read that. Carl's like, I can't say for others, but like any MMORPG out there, if you play MMO, expect easy grind, then you're doing it wrong. Yeah, no. In a sense, though, PSO2 is the least is a bit forgiving in terms of the grind, because eventually you could actually do this in a couple hours, days, a couple weeks. You'll get what you want, especially endgame stuff. The thing is, though, specific things you would want that isn't behind a fixed method. For example, like this sword that I have on me, that's RNG. They might release a fix way later, but right now, currently, this is complete RNG to get. So guess what? You gotta farm and hope to the RNG gods you get it. But MMOs, they're notorious for it. Even gacha games are notorious for farming a bit. Actually, no, most gacha games are notorious for farming, because that's what you gotta do. You got a daily routine chore. You wanna just get certain currency so you can do a bunch of pulls or something. Easy use as weapons and units are transferring to NGS, but potentials and whatnot are subject to change if I remember. Okay, that's interesting, because that means I could use a good chunk of my old stuff, maybe. Interesting. I still want the FAQs though. They said that looks sick, and I thought my character's katana looked cool. Jesus. Cool, Jesus. As far as like 23k, yeah, 23,000 kill equal 230 Harkadon time attack. Sound like any return of farming right now in NA. Yeah, no, I hate that. Like, I guess you could, I could try to do it in that sense, but no. I'm gonna blend it up. I'm not gonna use a bunch of Hark runs, especially if it's not in correlation with something. I would most likely do it next week as well, if I don't do it in this week. What I'm gonna do is use Silver Keys and try to get experience, because there is a boost going on. I could get a couple of X cubes out of it. And then, yeah, just get familiar with the sword. Be one with the sword. Cherry Cook says, I've always loved the sealed Jsword, but even in OG PSO, the kill to unsheath was crazy. Wish they bring back Excalibur, not just a camo. Ricky's like, I complain about the sword low drop rate. Now I have like 7 of them, but I'm lazy to do the 23k. It's all good. You do what you want to do. But anyways, let us grind this, because if I'm going to use it, I need it to be at least plus 35. So, get this, push this, use... Oh wait, it's already out of... Okay, I'll take it. You get to do that. Apparently I need money. Also note that when it comes to getting like easy Meseta too, what you could do, trade in your X cubes, your bunch of X cubes, especially if you're just sitting in your storage, for grinders, and then you can sell those grinders to get easy Meseta. Easy fix Meseta. Back then though, you could sell these things and get like 1 million out of them, compared to like the, what is it, like 400,000 you can get. But nowadays, like, everyone can do this method and it's not that bad. I remember when I was able to sell a couple of them, I get a bit more Meseta than usual. Alright, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this one next, we're gonna hit next, we're gonna do a 50, hopefully that's a great success. No, it's not, that is a problem, because now I gotta try to use something to get it to a 20. Crap. Oh, wait. That has the Ripper abilities that I want to toy around with. Is this one okay? I could technically use this, but I need more. Now, Guidance Trainer. The problem with me using this... Well, I need more copies of them if I want to try to use it. Now, I might get rid of this. This one I'll get rid of. Let's see if okay, I do have a bunch more over here. Receptors, not gonna use them. Yeah, I'm not gonna use these. Another one. It has a Ripper Ice. Alright, that should be able to push it to a 20. Hopefully if I gamble on this. Even then it did not do it. Okay, so that means I need a couple more. Great. Campy's like, an XQ stack is like 10 mil. Yeah, I'll do a quick video talking about like, what is it, exchanging XQs for grinders stuff. Because that is a good way to get some easy fixment setup. But it's like, the thing about this game too is the grind fun. I mean, yeah, some people might be okay with grinding. There's a couple games that are actually enjoyable in terms of grinding, but that just depends on the game, and I don't know. For me personally, it's like an on and off sort of thing for me, just because I've been playing this game for years, and like it does take a toll on you. Like, so sometimes it's like I really want something, and then the game is self-aware, and it's like, nope, we're gonna troll you, and you're not gonna get it. And I'm like, ah, great, all right, fine. I'm gonna try to push on through and try to get it, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like when I was trying to get Attack of 2, the certain SSA on a unit, it didn't give it to me. Like the moment I tried to farm it, it was like, nope, you are not getting this. I was like, okay. And then when I least expect it, it just dropped it out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, you decided to give it to me now? I see. And then, like, it did give me another one again later when I least expected it, because I was just, like, soloing some stuff, and I was just, like, brain dead. And then it just dropped one, and I was like, oh. Huh. Okay. Great. Thanks, Sega. And then also, you get a bunch of these 10%. I wish they have an exchange, so you can get rid of these 10% for 30%. Like, it's nice to have, but I have too many of them now. There's too many. Too many, Sega. Like, I have like 2 stacks of these in one of my storages. 2 stacks of 10%. 2 stacks. I don't need a stack. I don't need stacks. It would be nice to just convert like 3 of them so I can get like a 30%. Alright, need to turn into client order. Best way, probably AQ due to easy bursts, PSE bursts. I don't know, the thing about me doing advanced wait, is it in terms of trying to get a kill? The thing about it is that I do need an active party, because it's still a lot better with an actual party. There's little snippets and tricks to it. They did get rid of the Vita, so some of that is obsolete. But I mean, there's also limited quests I could do, and that's gonna give me a lot, especially with what it can drop now. There's a chance for Skydance Boon, there's a chance for like several 15-star weapons I can go for, so I can farm that to try to get the 23k kill. And that thing is still active until next maintenance, end of this month. Speaking of which, why the heck do we get... Wait, why the heck do we got the Hero Crest but we don't get the shop for it? Wait, you got Hero Crest but you guys don't got the shop? I'm so confused. Cause like 11 mil if you sell grinders. Oh, okay. Play the game for years to have questionable sense of fashion. Hey, wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's not all of my fashion is questionable. Oh god, yeah, especially with yesterday's stream. That bonnet? Yeah, that bonnet one was a work in progress. I did not want to show that, but I did, and I was like, oops. And then my sister decided to attack me on that. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's why I might want to farm for it. Hero Crest is for Zeg Exchange, which not in NA yet. They still don't have it in NA? I thought they did. They still don't have that? What? What? I'm so confused. Why did they release... DB's like, farming for that camo in Space Magu, 5 days, 15 hours a day, nothing rip. And then Cammy's like, there's a lot of things that we have, but it has no use at all. Like Astra Site Shop, for example. You don't have the currency for that? I'm just sitting here trying to wrap my head around all this. And the thing about this, I'm confused of why they released the weapons in the Rising Bat Shop instead of the Sage Crest. Because all the stuff that I showed in that Sage Crest in that one video, a lot of people are telling me it's now in the Weapon Bat Shop, or Rising Bat Shop over there in Global. And now I'm scratching my head saying, is Global gonna use these crests for other means? Are they gonna try to put some different things in the game now and make it even easier for Global? They might do that. That is a possibility because they did take that sort of thing out. Unless they will not add the exchange shop, and then it's like, what do you guys, why do you guys have these crests then? DB says the camo having worse drop rates than the weapons is crazy. Yeah, camo from Ultimate Quest to Dame. Since death 1, now I'm death 100 plus 2 and still not a single camo drop. Koro's like, nope, because there are other crests that we can't get yet, so they just decided to not release the exchange. Irving says, so the Hero Crest Weapons Japan has, we got the, it's the Stage Crest one. It's the one that you need for Still and Puros weapons. I don't know why, but they apparently put that in the shop over there, I think. Because your recent Rising Bat shop has a lot more items than what the 2020 have over on our end. And they have like the Resonant weapons, the Genon weapons over there, like fixed ways to get them. Most likely the rarity isn't at 35, but yeah, you can get them over there instead. Like, I barely use my Sage Crest, though. That's another problem. Like, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Unless you've already seen my videos on it. Gotcha. I'ma smack you with a sheath sword, Bal. Just stop. I got like 4 or 5 augmented intent 2 in a week time. 0 camo drop though. Jeez, that is nice. I think you could... Well, how much is that now? Augment intent 2 is pretty nice for what it can offer. Oh wait, I would need... Do I want to fight against them? I'm tempted to try to go to stage 100 on that. At the same time, you... I don't know, I'll have to think if I want to push past like the 51. So yeah, Augment Intent 2, this is... Oh, it was at 50 mil last time I saw it. Now, over here, it's like 30 mil. What was I gonna show? Oh yeah, the crest. So... when it comes to the crest, it's over here. You can trade in some Sage Crests for these, so that might be a thing over there in Global. But the big thing is, on our Sage Crest, there are a bunch of these 15 stars. You can obviously convert to lesser forms, the previous forms, to try to get other things. But all these weapons here are in our Sage Crest, and obviously they're not at 35, they're at 30, but you know. You can use them if you don't have anything else. Or if you have the currency and you're okay with them, you might be able to invest in them and use them. But they are used to try to get a couple of D Still and Puros. Not all of them are used for it, but most of them are. So it's these things. And I think someone told me over there in Global, you guys got it in your new Rising badge. Our Rising badge for 2020 isn't that grand. It does have a couple things, but it doesn't have a lot of the triggers and stuff. Like, what, Persona, for example, we don't have that as a trigger. You would need to buy it or farm it. We do have the Earth Destroyer and the Profound one. We got the basic Novel weapon types. We got the Novel weapon series in here along with the units, but that is it. And then candies. But, yeah, once again, that is it. We don't have anything extra. Yeah, you guys got the title too. Most likely when you start doing the divide quest, you will most likely bump into all these other unlockers you can get. Let me show that. I haven't finished some of mine. Apparently I got all these. What are they from? Is it from the story? No clue how I got those. Oh wait, it's because I fought against Profound. Hey, there's some perks from it. Okay, that's good to know. Anyways, let me go over here and go down to quests, divide quest. So divide quest, there's gonna be some titles for them. There's gonna be certain stones and items you can get. You get, apparently for this one, you can get what? If you do a total of, stay still, total of 5 million divide points. It's not referring to within the week and stuff, just 5 million divide points in total. You will be able to get this stone. Then if you push it and go to the next one, which is 25 mil, you get 100 pure photons. Next one would be 50 mil, and you could get this circular aphorite stone. The next one, 75 mil, you get, I think that's 200 fragments. It might be 2,000, but I don't know. I can't see past that. It's either 200 or 2,000, but I feel like it might be 200. After that, you get a Liberate Unlocker at 100 million total divide points. You get that. And then after that, like, you get these things. So when it says something like this is overall within the history of you doing divide quests. This one is pretty much weekly, as in you do a lot of stuff within that time span, within the week. So you can actually get a good chunk of these fragments, modules, and then you also get these grain crystals. You will want to try to do that. I was trying to get these two, but then I got lazy somewhere, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm sick of divides. And as you can see, yeah, I haven't done a lot of divides, but as someone who did a bunch of recordings and makings, you saw me made like 4 light weavers back to back. Well, 3 of them back to back. Oh, it's only 200. Well, yeah. Yeah, that is a lot of work. I first, as you can see, I didn't unlock, what, the one at 10 mil? I think it's the one at 10 mil. I didn't do a lot of these. I didn't spam a lot of them. No, 25 mil. Okay, I think I already got maybe 10 mil, but yeah, I didn't push it to 25 mil. Alright, I did that. Turn that in. Put this away. Yeah, in one. And then Vag says, is it 100 mil for one character or for the account? It's for the entire account. Yeah, it's for the entire account. Even the weekly one. Wait, Is it the same with the weekly ones? No, for the weekly ones, I think you have to... You could do it on multiple characters, but specifically you would want to make sure one character is able to hit that certain threshold within the week. So if it tells you to get 3 million points, you would want to try to do that on one character. But in terms of the overall sort of thing, you would want to try to do it on all your different characters. Yeah, those specific ones are account. Yeah. So weekly, you want to do it with one character. Because your goal is to actually get a certain number. The max from those titles is 3 mil. 3 mil would be your objective for one of your characters. You will hit the 1 million mark and you get all the fixed rewards from it, but you will want to push it 2 million and maybe 3 mil. But you had to do it within the week, because if you don't do it within the week, it resets. And that means you gotta start all over again. I think I was able to get like 2 mil one time, but I just stopped and I was just lazy and then woohoo! I didn't get that title. I think I got 2 mil. I don't remember what the number was. I think it was like above 1 mil, but maybe below 2 mil. So we get to go continue killing. Actually, I don't want to actually work on this character yet. Yeah, so I'm gonna go on a different character and we might start popping silver keys and see how many enemies we can kill. Oh no, I wasn't supposed to turn that in. Oh well, whatever. Let's go hunt Bal. So what do I need? I need to pop a 50 Meseta boost if I have one and then just kill Bal on super hard. Yeah, now I like when Divide Quest came out, I did do it for the basic stuff and my needs and urges, but other than that, I didn't go out of my way to actually complete those titles. As you can see, I'm pretty lax about farming nowadays. Okay, can't use that. I do need to use a 50 boost if I have one. I don't know if I have one. Do I have one? Yes, I do. I don't need to worry about it as much. So we get to pop that. We get to go over here. Get to go over here. I just realized the music isn't playing now, is it? Yeah, I forgot. Sorry about that. I just realized there was no music. Yeah, with step 35, it is easy. Just that you may want to have a party in those runs unless you are 100% confident with you yourself going solo. Because another thing is, once again, Divide Quest, they will adapt to your party size. It's just that hopefully you don't have a party and then everyone starts to DC and you're still in the middle of a did I go the wrong way? Oh my god, this map is a troll. Son of a bitch, I had to go around that. Anyways, yeah, like, let's say you were running a quest and you had, like, one other party member with you, so it's, like, two out of 4, and then you're fighting against this particular boss stage, and then your pal just DC. The game is still gonna register that it's still, like, a 2-4 thing. Meaning that's difficult for you. I remember that. I hated it. I got mad because I think a random came into my party and then they just left, and then I was stuck with like, I don't know, some giant annoying boss I had to tackle. No, was it just a random? I don't remember. But I remember something happening, and then I was like not happy about it because I was like, why is it so hard to kill this thing? Also, I should be dashing it and speeding through this, but I'm taking my sweet time. Okay, so another thing is, I have 45 minutes before I will stop and then go work out, because I am working now. I already made an excuse yesterday, I'm not making an excuse today. Nope, sorry. I am gonna stream later tonight, though. Ricky's like, well, it's quite easy to complete the 1 million week. Wait, I already read that. Nowadays, just log in just to clear. Okay. Let's talk about your daily routine. I do need to try to. Do I want to even push Masquerade to 999? He does give stuff. I'm aware of it. But at the same time, I don't feel like seeing him too many times. Car's like, how does Divide Quest work? You have to go from step 1 to 35 in one go, or you can just jump step? Pretty much it's, they changed it. Well, I don't know if Global is going to implement what we have now. Because in the past it was, yeah, you do need to, well, there's certain requirements. The big one is you need to get certain ranks on all the stages of the previous ones. So for stage 1 through 5, for example, if you're starting off on it, you would want to make sure you try to get all S ranks, and maybe like, well, you got 5 stages, yeah. So your goal is to try to get all S ranks. If not, then the minimal I think is like 4 S ranks and 1 A. That's how you can unlock the next step. Then after that, yeah, the thing is it's not going to reset once you have it, but I don't know if Global is going to implement that right away. Leaning on they might. But, yeah, in the past we did, you did have to build your way up to, what is it, stage 30? And then once the week kicks in, guess what, they reset it all. So you had to go from step 1 through 5, and then go to 6 through, what, 10, and then just repeat it all. They changed out on the Japanese side, which, once again, I feel like Global might implement upon its release. So that means once you unlock all of it, you're set. But from what my pal explained specifically on how to actually get to the next stage, you need to make sure that when you do all these different stages, you do have a certain rank for it. Because if you don't, then you're not gonna unlock the next set. So pretty much S ranks, or at least 4 S ranks and an A. Let me see, is that thing? Oh wait, I don't have Divide Quest. Oh, this character hasn't reached the minimum requirement. So to do Divide Quest as well, you do need to be at level 85? Yeah, 85. So let's do that. Let me go on a character that has it. Yeah, that's the thing. If you go through these stages in order from 1 through 30, you'll be able to net a good 1 mil. There's a chance that you might be close to it, but it's roughly around that. I will make a breakdown short video of that. I will try to do that before Tuesday comes around. Because I do have a bunch of footage of Divides, and I do want to delete them and get rid of them. Alright, we're not turning that in. We already got the key. Did I turn that into my storage? Nope, I did not. So let me get on. Ooh, the character that I already got to. Let's see. Alright, technically General Esdev has a high level Phantom. Now I don't remember if I took them on Divide. Oh yeah, another thing is I regret making this thing. I did physically make this weapon. There's like another weapon that I have with... Wait, I did get a natural drop of a Puros. That was specifically a rifle too, and that agitated the living shit out of me, because I was like, oh, huh, great, thanks Sega for giving me a same rifle weapon that I just made like a few weeks ago. Or a few days ago. Alright, so Divide Quest, yes, you can see it over here when I try to do it, yeah. I didn't do Divide Quest with this character, so they don't have step 35. Most of my main characters, or some of my easier characters, they do have these unlocked, but this one does not. Nova might not enough to solo high steps, should be able to... Yeah, so I did make that video with, what, step 6 through 10? You could do it with the Nova unit in the set. I think you can also push it to step 11 and 15. Yeah, 11 through 15. But I don't know about like the higher ones. I'll experiment with it off screen. But I know that you can at least do some of the beginning stuff of divides with just a noble, like a plus 30 noble weapon and then a unit set. Wait, why am I here? Oh yeah, I'm trying to do something called getting the keys. Let me go over here. You know, it's like the points is weekly, right? But we do have to redo the earliest steps every week. Hopefully they don't do that for global. Like, they might implement the thing that we have over here on the Japanese side, which is pretty much once you unlock it on a character, it is done. You don't need to try to reset it the moment you the moment they reset the servers. So you don't need to do it weekly, every day from step 1 all the way up to 30. Hopefully they just have it unlocked where you can just choose whatever stage and just spam that. Because it does, like, what was it? The recording that I did, the raw footage for it, I think that was literally from step 1 all the way up to 30. It will take you hours to actually accumulate at least 1 mil to get all the fixed items you want. And, well, 1 to 2, well, yeah, somewhere between like 1 to 2 hours. For that video, I think it was like past 2 hours, it was like maybe 2 hours and 30 because of the things that I had. But yeah, that was a long one. But once you start to unlock everything, and once you have access to the end stages, it's gonna be faster and quicker. Most likely, it's just gonna take maybe 30 minutes to an hour to try to get your 1 million points from there on out. Once you unlock all the stages. Yeah, the thing about, once again, the thing about Divide Quest is that it is soloable. It is going to adjust to how many members you have. So if you do have a full party, it will adjust to itself to a full party sort of thing. If you decide to do it solo, pretty much it's just you yourself. The only thing is you might want to have decent equipment for it, especially if you decide to solo the endgame stuff. You would want to make sure you got the right stuff. I would say, especially once again with the testing that I'm doing, the noble rifle and the unit set, it could carry you to at least midway through the Divide Quest. When you get to 20 to 25, 25 to 26 to 30, that's when it might be a bit harsh. And once again, when it comes to going to these further stages, you do need to hit a certain rank to unlock them. If you already unlocked it though, it's like, it doesn't matter what rank it is. It just depends on how many points you are trying to accumulate. Like, if you go for the highest rank, that's good, just because it will give you that an X amount of points, or a good chunk of points compared to that of a lower rank. I was like, hey, more completely off-topic question, but you planning on playing any other MMOs on this channel, like Final Fantasy 14 or something? Let me think. That is a good question. Wait, what? Who's this person? I'm guessing they're trying to get Bal. I am running into dead ends left and right. Yeah, if you solo DQ, you get a bonus 200%. The bonus drop adds more party members in your party and 0% if you're full people. Yeah. I'm guessing, yeah, this person's ready for me to get to Bal. Those people are also solo step 20, 25, and 30 required good gear. Yeah. Like, I cannot. I couldn't. Well, I haven't did it for Divide, but when I was doing Ultra Hard Profound Darkness with just those things, the noble units, and D-Rifle at plus 30, it is annoying. Like, if I was playing some other class, it might not be, but since I was just doing Phantom and maining the rifle only, yeah, that was a challenge. I'm still doing it, by the way. But to answer your question, Kai, I might. I don't know. There's a lot of question marks in that department. The big problem with me right now with trying to do that is I need another storage device for my gaming PC so I can actually put the game separate from my videos, because it is eating up a lot of my basic storage. Carl's like, have you seen this dude? He have 22 characters. If he can grind other MMOs, he'll be a corpse in like a week. Yeah, so the other MMO RPG game that I played was Dungeon Fighter Online, and I tried to play that along with this. The problem with Dungeon Fighter Online, they do advocate the usage of multiple characters too. So I had like maybe 20 characters on that game and then 20 characters in this game. That was a nightmare. I did not want to deal with it. It was a pain in my butt. Dude, like, yeah, that's why I couldn't, that's why I don't have a tolerance to trying to make a global account and try to micromanage that, because if I had to experience that with Dungeon Fighter Online, it's going to be hard for me to do the same with PSO2 Global and Japanese PSO2. Like, no, I like, if I do a game, I need to do a game that I can be chill with and not worry about a lot of micromanaged stuff. But, yeah. Alright, see ya, Carl. Thanks for stopping by and chilling with us. But, like, shit, like, I don't know. I don't know about, like, the other MMO sort of thing. It's gotta be a game where I'm gonna be really chill about it, and I'm not gonna worry about, like, a lot of technical things. And hopefully it does not promote the use of a lot of characters. Dungeon Fighter Online, Jesus. I mean, that game is straightforward, easy, it has a stamina system, so you don't need to farm all the time, but at the same time, it advocates the use of so many characters, and it's like, goddamn. Goddamn. I can't. I just can't. And the other thing about, well, the thing about me playing MMORPGs, they gotta have a certain aesthetic to it. Something that will make me want to try it out. The big thing is, like, I will most likely try to lean on anime MMORPGs, but the question is that anime MMORPG going to allow me to do a lot of customization to the character? Because a good chunk of, well, in the past, a good chunk of anime MMORPG games is that they give you a default preset already, or in the sense of, well, I guess, yeah, Dungeon Fighter kind of falls into this. Dungeon Fighter Online, Jsword, what else? I guess Closer. I think it's Closer? Yeah, like, they already have a character made for you. You can obviously change their looks and appearance and stuff, but the problem I have is that it's not like a true customization where I can physically toy around with their character's physique, you know, maybe add more to their certain parts, or you know, change their height or something. It's already set in stone. Like, I can only change a good, well, it's a good chunk of things you can change, but it's not like all of it. I want that power, I want that sort of customization. But yeah, I know that, I think the one that might have interested me was Blue Protocol, but at the same time, it's like, I'm kind of invested in PSO2, and with NGS coming around the corner too, it's like, ah, great. So, I'll have to think on it. I did play another MMORPG a bit. It was Kingdom Under Fire, although that was like a MMORTS RPG game, and I did drop it. So, yeah. The thing is, though, once you put down that down payment, it's, well, yeah, that's the thing, it's a down payment. But yeah, it's just that, like, I don't know. If I'm already into something heavy, it's gonna be like, that's still my go-to. I don't know if I'm gonna be committed to all these other games if I do give it a shot. Like, I'll give it a shot, but then it's like, am I gonna stay consistent with it? Rick is like, I can't even micromanage my second character. Present look and gender. All you can customize is changing the hair and costume. Most of anime MMORPG are like that. Yeah, that's the problem when I was looking into these other anime MMORPG games. It was already set in stone. Like, some of them are cute and stuff, don't get me wrong. It's just that I still want to add my own flair and stuff to it, and PSO2 allows that. I mean, there's several other games that do that as well. I did try out, like, Terra, for example. I did try out Blade and Soul. However, it wasn't in the anime sense. PSO2 is that one that grabbed my attention because guess what? It does have that anime aesthetic and feel. I didn't try Final Fantasy 14. I know they have a demo that you can play. I'm not a big fan of, like, hotkey management. That is not my thing. And I like real-time interaction and gameplay. Real-time combat compared to static ones where you hit hotkeys and stuff. Like, if I back away, I want it to be like a dodge, or like I am literally backing away. I don't want to back away where the enemy can still hit me when there's like a giant gap between us, and it's like, oh great. Yeah, they magically hit me when I'm like not physically in front of them. That's a big no-no. Terra did have that sort of gameplay that I was looking for, but in terms of aesthetics, I just couldn't get into it. The other big thing is, like, I would want to try to play it with friends now, because playing it with a pal is just going to make the experience a lot more interesting. I didn't do that with PSO2 in the beginning, but I did bump into people and join a community where I did start to do that, where I played with them and just interacted with a lot of random people. But yeah, like, I don't want to try to get into an MMORPG unless there's a very specific, dire reason for it. I still play a bit of DFO. It's not as heavy though. But PSO2 is my main go-to. You know, like, I like PSO2 gameplay. Like, the thing about PSO2, especially with all their new feature mechanics, now, there are some things I kind of wish they polished up on. Especially in terms of the class balance, that one's a major one. I've seen that throughout my time on PSO2. But, like, the gameplay is quite smooth in a sense. There are moments where, like, a hitbox on a monster or boss is just fucking stupid. But hey, look, it's a game. Not gonna be that technical about it. Well, I might lie about that point. But the thing is, I'm not gonna be that mad about it, especially if I'm aware of their hitbox now, then I'm aware of, like, where I'm at. Like, if I see the enemy swing their arm and I, you know, try to evade it and I miss, that's on me, because I was aware, I was staring at it, and pretty much my character's body's in front of them. ECU's like, I'm gonna make a petition for you to play Glow. Oh my god. ECU, you don't need to do that. Jesus. Oh. But yeah, the thing is though, like, this game caught my interest because of that. It didn't really have that Kirito sort of feel that I was going for. That's why I was also hunting for MMORPGs back then, because I was trying to find a game that kind of reminded me of Sword Art Online. Terra kind of delivered that, but at the same time, once again, didn't have that anime feel to it. So I was like, nope, yeet, get that thing out of here. I did play, what is it? Blade and Soul. That one was okay, but then I didn't like it after, like, what was it, hotkey bindings, and then the fact that if I back away from them, they can still hit me, and I'm like, no, don't do that. What the heck? And it wasn't really the anime sort of appearance I was going for too. Like, that's more of a blend of its own unique style. I liked it, but it's like, yeah, no, never mind. I'll change my mind. Who the heck? I should be speeding through this, but I'm just taking my sweet time. Oh, what else? But yeah, like, this game is pretty smooth in that. But the biggest thing was the anime aesthetic. I was looking for something like that. And in terms of fashion, there's a lot of customization to this, especially in terms of voices, accessories and stuff. I wish there's a bit more. We are going to get more accessory slots in NGS. That's another thing. The only thing I was irked at was the fact that they started to account lock stuff. That would have been so nice to have in the beginning on the, Japanese PS2. Ten's like, what's up, Morphin chat? How's it going? Hey there, Ten. How you doing? Oh yeah, it's like, PSO2 was that game that I don't regret bumping into and getting into. There was that slight chance I didn't stay in the game though because of what happened in that B20 moment, and if I didn't bump into certain people who made me stay and talk in the game and just improve on all the things that I was, like, just improving the game, and then the stuff that I was sucking at in terms of real life and a bit of online interaction. 18 seconds, 18 arc slots in... Wait, whoa. 18 accessory slots in NGS, is this confirmed? Wait, it might be from the gameplay, never mind. I don't want to hear about it. Nope, never mind, I take it back. Don't answer that. I'm just gonna keep that and pretend that that's like a rumor speculation, but... It's 18, Jesus. You don't need 18? You need 18? I don't know. That's overkill. But that means I can do a lot more with Shadow now. He can use a lot more accessories, and I can actually deck him out to the certain style that I was going for. But yeah, I'll pretend that was a speculation or something. I'm gonna most likely try to forget about that. Nino's like, yeah, I'm curious as to what they would do with account lock, because my accessories are scattered across 3 of my characters. Like, here's the thing, back then, account locking wasn't a thing. You had to actually physically get a lot of copies on all your other characters. So if I wanted to, let's say, get this hat that this character is wearing, back then in episode 1, 2, 3, I think even in 4, they didn't, I don't know when they implement the account lock feature for fashion stuff, but especially in episode 1, 2, 3, even in the beta, you had to physically get the stuff, and you had to put it on your characters. So if I had this witch hat, and I wanted on my other character back then, I would have to buy this witch hat again. And this particular hat, when was it released? This is a collab item from a Millionaire event. Millennium event? I can't remember the name of it. But let's say if it was like at 10 mil back then, guess what? I would have to buy that on that other character for 10 mil. And then guess what? If I want it on my other character too, I'm gonna have to spend another 10 mil to get it. Now the good thing is, if you did have multiple copies in the past, and when they implement this change, if you at least bought 2 of the same items on your account, on any one of your characters, it becomes account lock. So some of the stuff that I spent a good chunk of money on did become account lock. The problem is though, it would have been nice to actually have this thing in the past, just so you can account lock some of the OG accessories that are now extinct and will never ever get a revival. Or maybe they will get a revival, but it's taking ages for it to get a revival. Kitty's like, not really 18. It's oh wait, so it's based on cost. Wait, no, I'm not reading it still. La 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 la. But good to know it's not actually 18. But still, yeah, I'm gonna go in blind to see how many it is. Because at the very least, that kind of frees up Shadow, because Shadow's pretty much not the... He's not in the right image, because he does have Devil Wings, and he does have Devil Horns. The problem is, with all the accessories I'm already using on him, I can't use as many. What were they doing? Oh yeah, cheese stuff. But hey Kitty, how you doing? Oh yeah, I was getting these things. Right. And then guess what? Tomorrow I'm gonna do the same hell and go through all my daily characters and try to get this stuff again. And then most likely I'll be able to get the key. But, oh my god, don't tell me I was a dumbass. I was a dumbass. I did not. I don't think we even went through half of my characters yet, and I'm making these silly mistakes. And then, yeah, see, like, Saki, you agree with me. Should have been account unlocked with 1 copy, shaking my head. Wait, what do you mean with 1 copy? Wait, that means... Well, that would actually be a bit nice. But at the same time, I don't know. That means... Would that be nice? That would be very super nice. I don't know if the game would actually do that. I'm okay with them setting it as the 2, just so... I'm thinking about it. That would be super nice. Super generous. But I don't feel like Sega's gonna be that generous and nice. If they do that later down the line, so be it, but... Yeah, that'd be really nice. But then I'll be mad. I'll be super mad because it's already too late to kind of do that sort of change. And it's like, oh yeah, now we're gonna change it up again. And it's like, great, so you're telling me that I could have waited for this implementation and feature where I didn't need to get like dupes, because note that I do account lock stuff and I had to get 2 copies. If they do that, they kind of fuck me in my butt a lot, and not in a good way. Like, if they start doing that for NGS though, especially with those particular items, I guess that's fine, especially since it's still new. It's the beginning of a bunch of new stuff. That'll be a nice thing, but no, if they start to do that for PSO2, I'll be a bit upset because I already account lock stuff. And if they decide to do this sort of change, it's like, so you tell me that could have waited so you can actually do this sort of implementation. Great. Rick is like, right. Oh, wait. I'm not looking at it. Yeah, that's a good thing about lobby actions. You don't need to have multiple dupes of them to get it account locked. Sounds like my job decided to cut my hours again, which sucks. Oof. Do I want to mention that? No, I'll refrain from mentioning it. Speaking of jobs. Yeah, apparently yesterday in my 12-hour stream, my old workplace did call me up, but the problem is like I kind of want to work for them, but at the same time, the problem is my little application that I'm still doing for the military. And since that thing is actually, since I'm able to get a form now and I'm able to put in a request, there's a chance that I might be able to get the files that I need within like a couple months. I don't know how many months, but hopefully in a couple months, so I can get it, and then I can actually give that to my recruiter, which then will allow me to continue my process to join the military. Thing is, I want to avoid any sort of outside contact, because the moment I get that COVID, I'm kind of fucked. And that kind of puts a damper on my plan to join the military, because obviously you need to be in a good state. If I have the COVID, they're not going to want me. There is that vaccine, but obviously they're not going to release it to the public yet, because it's going to be the those in the medical fields, those who are in hospitals and whatnot. That's priority, because you know you need those certain individuals to stay healthy and active and stuff. Secondly would be like VIPs. Thirdly would be the military. Then the pretty much last on the list is us, the civilians, and everyone else in the world. Well, that's how it's kind of formulated for US. I don't know if it's the same for other countries. Yeah, Kitty says, one copy account unlocked would have been nice, but cuts their profit by half, and many games on the market actually use PSO2's old method. You buy it for each character individually. You know, it's like, hopefully that stays in the same with NGS, no account locking LAs. Yeah. So yeah, that's a big thing though. You gotta understand like profit and money. I mean, it would be super nice, but at the same time, that's gonna get a lot of a rage, because you know people are now gonna have to try to find a new way to try to get Meseta. Some people that already spent a lot of real life money trying to get some of this stuff, and them account locking it, and then them saying, oh yeah, there was this easier method that's gonna create some emotion, especially me. So there's always pros and cons to it, and you gotta try to balance out some stuff. I get it, that would be super nice, but at the same time, that means it's like, is Sega able to like do those generous things and actually be in good standings in terms of that finance and the money and stuff? I mean, they got several other games which are, actually I don't know what other. Sega's doing fine in terms of their finance, right? I know someone looked into it in one of my past games. Alright, so I got 15 minutes. I will stream again tonight. And then I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. Oh, I'm doing so many streams. But yeah, that's a big thing for me though, like I'm pretty much gambling a lot of things right now in real life. It's like, yeah, I kind of want to get a job, because I hate sitting on a bum and not actually being paid. But at the same time, there's a risk of getting the COVID, and without me having access to that yet and being injected with it and stuff, I'm kind of in a sticky situation where if I do have my paperwork and if I do go work a bit and then I get that thing, then I'm kind of stuck because I gotta wait again. And I hate waiting. Waiting sucks. Especially if you're really ambitious and you want to get in. Harmless Kitty says Sega's in the pull big time last 2 quarters due to COVID, as their profit is heavily based on their arcades. Oh, okay. Oof, that's a bad. Yeah, that's a biggie. I swear, like, I want to go into one of those Japanese arcade games. There's like this certain dance machine that I want to go on. It reminds me of shuffling, and I do a bunch of shuffle, and that thing looks nice. Bit advanced compared to like DDR, but that thing looks nice. Let me pull it up now. I don't know if this is gonna get copyright issues. Well, hopefully not. What is it called? It's a shuffling machine thing. Shuffling dance machine. It's like in Japan. Yeah, this thing right here. I want to go on this thing. This is off topic, by the way. And you don't hear the music. Like, I want to do this thing. What is this thing? I want this thing. I want to buy one of these later. Let me just go a bit further. I want this. Like the arcades over there in Japan look nice to just like kind of go in. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. But most likely, if it's something like this, it's gonna be a line as well, and a bunch of people like trying to hog it and stuff. Anyways, that's just off topic thing. I need 75% to burn. Yeah, there's so many cool looking games over there, and I'm like, why are we that cool? Come on, give some of it over here. I want them. And then okay says, wow, that game looks pretty cool. Yeah, it does. I want it. It reminds me of DDR, but it's like more of a shuffle thing. And when it comes to shuffling, it's, well, you got different variants of it. You got the hip-hop one, which is what it looks like. But I'm familiar with the hard-style raving version of shuffle. And then Kai's like, looking forward to your next stream. Yeah, once again, it's going to be a bit, what, maybe 3-4 hours from now. You'll see an announcement, obviously, on my Twitter and Discord. You can find that in the description. I tend to say it over there. I will most likely try to make a schedule. I'll start trying to conjure one up for next week. We get to, once again, go through all these characters, get my Bal sorted, kill a couple Bals, and then also work on the dang sword. Because that is 23,000 fucking kills. 23,000. Japan does not want it to look cool. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like that might be a thing. But hey, look. I mean... Oh, there's a lot of history with that too. I'll keep my mouth shut about that one. Okay, so I've been watching your videos on Guardian Stones, so studying up on it. If you have any questions, you can ask them right now if you want. Because like there's several other ways. I will make a couple more videos explaining how you can actually tackle the fodder pieces for it. Especially if you want the all-rounder pieces. Because yeah, it's getting stupidly easy to the point where you could literally make this thing without using as much. Like a lot of people would spend maybe like, I don't know, like 200 mil for it. You could try to do it a bit cheaper. Just depends on the various approaches you did and if you have been stocking up on all of these various materials, especially the cycle badges and getting force stop protect. That's crucial if you want to make Guardian stuff. That's right, I can actually dance to this one song. Wait, did I go the wrong way? No, I didn't go the wrong way, but this is a giant loop around. Oh yeah, big time, I have been saving them. Good, good. I didn't make a direct video saying that because here's the thing once again. Like, if you make something really obvious and direct, people are going to abuse it, and then it starts to ruin the little magic that it can do. I gave you guys indirect hints by showing you guys how I do it. And, yeah, like, I use those 4-slot protects for Guardian stuff. Because there's a couple of videos that were out there, like, way back then in the Japanese PS2 that explain how to farm for certain abilities. It got a lot of likes, obviously, but the thing is that starts to break the market. And I didn't really want to do that for global. I'm a hardcore summoner main, so I rely on mostly crit right now. Ah, I see. Huh. I don't think I have a lot of people that say that they main summoner. I think you're one of the few. I still need to toy around and dabble with it, but I don't know. There's a lot of classes that I still need to work with and still train in. A lot of the successor classes I still need to practice with, like Phantom I'm kind of good with. I do need to get back into rifle gameplay. Luster, for sure, I want to improve on it. Hero and the 12 is something I do need to kind of dabble with. But I would rather toy around with Hero, just because it's a bit more interesting. And did I not do this on super hard? Fuck. No, it is on super hard. Why is it? Okay. I thought this thing was supposed to be at 75, not 65. Unless it's a rare variant. Because I think you can get pretty high crit rate for summoner with Phantom Sub. Yeah, I heard that like Phantom Sub is the thing you want to go for. That's why I was working on one of my characters and getting their Phantom to a high level. Nino's like, I heard someone needs 18 Maroons to finish Death 100 Sedan. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not the one to ask about that sort of confirmation. Miss. Oh, goddamn, Saku. How dare you? How dare you not have faith in me? Scar's like, Luster pro tip on Rotos: jump in the air and snipe Rotos in Luster time, the boy. Oh, I could do that. Huh. But I'm a bit lazy. I'm in casual mode right now. If I wanted when I'm super casual about stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'll just do it the normal way, you know. I'm a casual. I'm a normie. I think I could do one more, then I'm gonna have to end the stream. Once again, I'm not skipping out on leg day. I did that yesterday, or cardio. By the way, I didn't exercise yesterday. Today I'm gonna give myself hell. Ah, that's fun. Fun. Alright. Did I get the battle? Yeah, I did. So yeah, Scar, just a heads up, there is a Balvados client order. I am gonna stream again, once again, tonight, though. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? What? I actually got through half my characters? Huh. I'm surprised. Huh. 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 Huh, I did go through half my characters this time around. Yeah, you might want to. I think the fastest death 100 Sadame is 7-12 minute at Spider Luster. Saku's like, Scar is slacking. Yes, they are. Although I did say I would bother them yesterday, but I didn't. But then I went through a huge 12-hour session. Then again, Scar is quite lazy. Does the fighter rework really make the fighter good? Laugh a lot. I feel like they should have done that like earlier. Like a lot of back then, a lot of the players who were maining fighters, they were like, yeah, they needed to buff it like now or something. Like they shouldn't do it a bit later. But then like, you know, they kind of delayed it. And now the fighter class finally got the rework and it's like, oh, well. And by like, wait, when was this redo on the fighter? Was it like recently? No, why am I running this way? What am I doing? I'm trying to do the Bal order, but I also did that. Super hard. Aha, I'll take Scar into this quest with me. Gets the next buff are Summoner and Tekker. Lowers popularity class among players. Yuna's like, Tekker needs buff too. Heard from Tekker Discord that one Tekker can't do Sadame at 100. Only Gunslash Tekker Luster can clear it from what they say. Yeah, like, once again, there's a lot of rework still going on PSO2. That's the one thing I kind of wish they get together, but it is what it is. It's like a try and error sort of thing. Although I feel like they should have some actual testers to figure out, like, hey, would this work? Would this be optimal? Would this not be too broken? Because there was that situation with episode 5 release with Hero class and how everyone was just breaking the game with that class. Oh yeah, I forgot this character has that voice. I don't think you can hear. So much hate on Summit. I mean, I get it, what they were doing, but at the same time, it's like, I was hoping for something cooler. If the pets were a bit bigger, or if it was like creatures from this game that I could try to control and tame, would be a bit nice. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say, okay, you know, continue maining that summoner, show people otherwise. Disprove all of us. Like, you gotta stay committed to that main class. I mean, I still go and say that I'm still a braver main. Give Tekken Summoner Complex Photon Art. No, I demand my Katana Photon Art first. I demand my Complex Katana Photon Art. I want a Katana Photon Art. I love how they gave a bow but not the katana. It's like, hello? Hello? Yeah, but I believe in you, okay? I'm not saying I'm not disliking or hating Summoner. It didn't exceed my expectation in terms of the pets. The issue with Summoner is that the meta doesn't change much. Oh god, whatever that staff is still meta for Summoner. I mean, isn't that a good thing? Well, the only downside is just maintaining a pet and feeding them, and then also giving them candies and stuff, compressing it, because that is costly. In terms of like the equipment and gear and stats, it's not that bad in terms of putting money towards it, but it's the pets that you need to put money towards in compression. That's why I would capitalize on like candy compression during a grind 0 cost. Yeah, that's the big thing. Like your pets are the real deal. And then once again, candy compression and stuff. Because if I take a certain candy, let's see if I have one. Actually, no, it's not on this character. It's on Yuko. I will swap over to her quickly, and then I gotta end the stream. Because now it is 4 p.m. on my end. And apparently I'm really hungry. Oh, this is not gonna be good. When I exercise, it's not gonna go well. I'm gonna struggle in my regiment. You might see a tired morph later, just a heads up. I think I'm able to. I went through a good chunk of my characters, half of them. At least you don't need to affix new weapons. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, most of the weapons, too, for a T attack, they're already at plus 35. Like, the Orbit weapon series, the 15-star ones, they're already at a 15. I mean, plus 35. Where's Yuko? Yuko. So, I do have a Summoner main, but their other class they go to is Luster. So, where's a candy? It's in their character storage. How much do I have to do with this? Candy compression, inventory, if I do this... Well, it's not that bad, but... Doesn't it have a bunch of RNG to it? I feel like there's RNG to it, yeah. Especially when you get to the high stages. Right now it's like certain, which is okay, but once you get to 2, 3, and 4, that's a different story. Not gonna do it because I have no clue what I need to compress. But that's why I would use like a 0 grind cost to my advantage. I did compress a lot of candies, a lot of things because of that grind 0 cost. Yeah, these parfaits are at 4. What is this? This is a 14-star. I just realized the difference with this. And then some of these are at plus 4. And then plus 2, 3. I think I have a lot of stuff at 3, yeah. I compress all these tech cookies and candies and shoot ones. And then a good chunk of parfaits too, maybe? A couple parfaits too. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, okay, like, but first I kind of want to focus on, like, Luster and stuff. I will bother you if you are alright with giving me pointers and tips about Summoner. Yeah, it's RNG, okay. Only good 14-star sweets are Spicy Crit and Megaton. Gotcha. Alright, sadly though, once again, I did skip out on my exercise regimen yesterday, so sadly I gotta end the stream here. I will stream again later. Hopefully I'm not too dead. We still need to go through a good 11 characters, and then I will start doing the, the grind session and trying to get 23,000 kills. I don't think I'll do it in one sitting. Let me stare at how many characters. Let me make sure. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So we did go through 11 characters. I still need to go to another 11 characters. That's 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So once I'm able to go through all 11 of these and get their keys, we get to start doing some silver key runs. I'm gonna take a hero main, which will most likely be Lauren or Pandora, either one of those two. And just use the sword and use a bunch of silver keys and get a kill count. You love Vulcan, yeah. Well, Vulcan doesn't have his cast parts on. I use him to kind of get star gems. But yeah, Vulcan is one of my good casts. I only have 2 male casts. Oh wait, no, you're referring to the pet. I do need to give Vulcan a shot, actually. I thought you were referring to my character. Because, like, if you want to complete the 10 different class title for transfer pass and you need somebody to clear it, just use Vulcan and you can clear everything with it. Yeah. Since those are the since those items are flooding my storage. What quests to clear Ricky PD solo? Ricky's like, Vulcan need Liberate weapon to have 100% crit. If you want to main summoner class instead of just using it for fun, go Recross plus Synchro and Maroon. And then, okay, so I got cleared. Alright, so, once again, gotta end the stream. I don't know if this stream is going to be active once I end it. But if you want to join my Discord and follow me on Twitter to know when I'm streaming, in the description for that. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I'm not that dead, but we shall see. I'm still gonna stream even if I'm like tired as fuck, but yeah, right now, gotta go exercise. Peace. I'll see you guys later. End.